to the final podcast of 2023, recorded in 2024 from here on the Dogcast.
Part of the Tokyo Beat Podcast Network. This is the second podcast of 2024.
Yes, we had to do it.
And we are here as a star-studded event. Everyone is wearing their finest. I see Link is pulling up on Epona. That was really
Yep.
All the stars are here. It is a fully powered Dogcast today.
Look, it's Mario.
The Voltron has been assembled.
I'm the left leg.
The human centipede has whatever you want it to be.
Josh, you are the torso and the wiener of the podcast.
Thank you.
Yes.
That's good. That's
I'm just
solid.
the tip.
And I'm happy to be here, guys.
Hell yeah.
Very happy to be here. Who else is here?
Hi, well, my name's Tom. I'm here. I couldn't not be here because I was looking forward all year to this podcast. Great to be here with you guys, everybody.
Tom is, of course, contractually obligated to be on at least one episode a year.
Yeah, I'm recording at my place.
He wanted to get it done early this year.
You've got a coy smile where I can tell you're kind of like, yeah, so happy to be here.
Just caffeine.
Like you're angry. Oh, okay.
Oh, fuck.
Okay.
He's checked his watch 3 times since we started.
Okay.
He gets like that, guys. It's okay.
Yeah. And I'm here. I'm Dylan, the game master, the one who actually plays the most games. I'm here to level some. I'm here to level some of you guys out and make you work for it, baby.
I just like to
Snap.
I like to do curated games rather than just play every piece of garbage that comes out.
I play a lot of great games. Thank you.
And
Do you play a lot of not great games?
I do play some not great games,
Yeah, there we
but
go.
I know they're not great firsthand.
Somebody has to. You're
Somebody's
taking a bullet
got to.
for people.
Yeah.
Well, I usually don't pay for them. They usually show up on Game
It's a
Pass.
dirty job, but someone's got to do it.
True.
I've played a lot of stinkers on Game Pass.
and that's half the reason for Game Pass, right?
It should be, yeah.
Someone's got to play him.
Game Pass sounds great, guys. I wish I had a Game Pass. That'd be
Well, you
that'd be
don't.
Awesome. I'm Tyler. I play PlayStation. I don't have Game Pass.
I play PlayStation.
Do you identify?
I'm
I
with you,
identify
Ty,
as
guy.
Spartacus.
PlayStation.
It's PlayStation Spartacus plus Premium Elite.
Very elite.
I'm trying to add more adjectives to that every week. And so far, I think I'm up to like 4. But yeah, no. I played some games. I want to talk about them. I was going to slam dunk on you.
Why?
Because you were like, I play the most games. I was going to be like, well, I listen to the most music, but Josh is here. So now I don't know if that's necessarily true.
Oh, boy.
Well,
I
see
spent the
about
most
that.
time writing outlines for podcasts.
and look where it got you.
You win.
I'm second
right
place
back
there.
here with us.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, it's your fault. I mean, you like literally. I just show up and I talk.
Spoiler warning.
It feels
right.
so good to do that.
Next
I know,
week
right?
is Mega Manuary's final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, Mega
Yep.
Man Legends.
Oh, I'm so excited.
And double
Are
spoiler
you?
warning. I've never played those games, and I'm not going to.
I don't even know how to play those games. I don't know where. I don't have. I used to have a copy on the N64, and I'm not digging that out of my mom's fucking tomb.
But let's throw it over to Josh. Josh,
What do you want, Brad?
how you been? What's new?
Man, I don't even know. I'm
Just catch us up on like 8 months, a year, whatever it is.
yeah. I work a lot, and that's kind of it. I played a few games this year.
Good job.
Few, actually, probably more than usual.
What?
But
Wow.
there's still not a lot compared to you guys.
Well,
Mind games.
Yeah, well, busy working, twerking. Did some barrel picks with Drafty,
Drafty seller.
Drafty Seller, Cellular, phone service, beer service.
Drafty
Got
Cellular.
what
You
you
should have a
need.
spin-off.
Where's Ryan Reynolds?
Holler at your boy, as they say. Still, yeah. Probably lots going on, but what? I don't know, dude. What are you doing? What's going on?
Well, Drafty's still the best craft beer bar in the state.
Best.
You had Mario Kart tournament this year, right?
That was 23 of. Was it March or May? One of those months.
And that was a big success.
Yeah, 64 people tournament. It was a party, dude. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was
You have a
great.
Smash One
We have Smash one on the 20th, but this one, for some reason, people just aren't signing up. But I run into people all the time. Hey, is that Smash Bros tournament happening? I'm like, yeah, if y'all fucking sign up for it.
Smash Brothers is scary to people, man. Yeah. Mario Kart is so much.
You just mash buttons as a fighter.
Yeah, but people that are good at Smash are scary.
Yeah, but
I'm in the camp.
There's no rules against hitting them while they're sitting next to you. I don't know. You just push them over.
I'm in the camp of
like
being
that.
scared of Smash.
You can't if you can't smash. You can't smash in real life. Like, you can't win the tournament, right?
You got to have big Smash energy.
There's many other types of smashing.
That's right.
Bustin' makes you feel
Smashing beers.
Yeah. What is this podcast going up? Can we tell people that there's still time to sign up?
There's still time.
If you want to come from anywhere around the world,
Yeah.
64 people is what we're aiming for.
Sure.
But 32 minimum. And yeah, you play Smash Bros at Drafty, drink some cool beers, and yeah, the Mario Kart tournament, there was 100+ people just all on the one side of the bar, people screaming, hooting, hollering like it's Roadhouse, but they're playing Mario Kart. It was awesome. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was so cool. And when I walked up the steps with the trophy and raised it up in the air, like everybody screamed like it was some kind of a cult.
Yeah.
It was fucking awesome. I'll never forget it, that moment. It was I was trying not to geek the fuck out.
That is cool.
Yeah.
Well, Mario Kart is like ubiquitous. A lot of people, the only Mario game they've ever played is fucking Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Some people consider that to be the main Mario games.
Oh, absolutely.
There was
Ask your grandma.
The attach rate
Yeah.
to the newest Mario Kart to like every Switch is insane.
It's almost 1-to-1.
Like almost, yeah.
There's recently a study that Mario Kart is the most stressful video game ever.
Why? I don't
Really?
think so.
Oh, man.
Fucking Blue Shell.
That's what the study said.
People
Blue
need to
Shell
figure
syndrome.
out
I think
what
that's the
stress is.
sensitive youth. Sorry, youth. But
Yeah.
it's the sensitive youth of today.
It's the most ubiquitous, stressful game, and that's why.
Make those people play Outlast 2.
You blue shelled me.
Outlast 2 was stressful as fuck.
Yeah,
that game also isn't that good.
if
No,
blue
but it's
shells is what
stressful.
gets you
It's very
going.
stressful.
Yeah, there's lots of other games that will.
Yeah.
I think they talk
Hit you
more on a
harder.
level that has like a huge like install base because
Yeah.
you can only ask certain people. So
So hey,
that's what it is.
you guys realize that Hair the Dogcast is a podcast about video games and beer,
Beer?
beer and video games, and we drink
Beer?
actual
I didn't-
live beer on this
No.
podcast?
Hey,
What
listen,
day
I
is
didn't
it?
know. I didn't know.
Yeah.
Well, it's been a while, so let me remind you that we actually drink beer on this podcast, and Brad is not pouring
Like real life living
an
beer.
actual beer,
A real live
for us
beer.
to partake. So we
looks
recommend
great.
that everybody listening to us right now drink a beer, dream about drinking a beer, grab a libation of
Pull
your
the car
choice.
over.
Join
go
us.
quick.
Exactly.
Or drink while you're in the
Like,
car. The
yeah.
cop will think it's a soda if it's got a brightly
Unstrap
colored
that kid
can.
out the car seat. Let them drive once.
Yeah, there
it's
you
all
go.
right.
If you're from Wisconsin,
So we got ourselves
crank it up in
here.
the shower. Smash
Shower
in the
beers.
shower.
This one's called Drawn to the Dark. It's a bourbon barrel aged Baltic porter.
Ooh,
Yep.
I'm a Baltic
okay.
man.
This one is by Offset Brewing. I would say my brewery of the year if that was a category.
Where are they from?
They're from Park City, Utah. They're still very small, and we walked in and fell in love very quick.
Offset. Okay,
Yeah.
I think I
Tastes
came
like Mitt
across
Romney.
it on the. I'm like, I recognize the name.
Did you say Mitt
'Cause I was in
Romney?
Salt Lake City this year, so I was searching for breweries.
Mitt Romney dick cheese.
I will never ever try to drink if I go to Utah again, just because it was a frustrating ordeal.
I loved it. The lines were very short everywhere.
I wonder why. No, it's nothing makes sense. They freak out if you go, oh, I'm going to take this beer out to this table over here. And like, oh my God, red alert, red alert. Get
can't
the
do that,
guns,
sir.
get the guns. There's-
no.
Yeah.
It's like,
Everyone
smooth
had-
criminal, guns from the top. It's like, dude, I'm just trying to dance here.
They were all very cool about it. But there was like, oh, you can't bring that. You have to leave that
They
in the
freaked
gift
out
shop.
at me, and I'm just very casual. I'm like, I was just gonna take it out there. It's kind of sunny and nice out for being 10 degrees.
If anything, it's probably because the enforcement must be that strict too. If they got caught, somebody breaking it, like if they're that afraid, I'm guessing. Yeah.
It's weird. I don't know. It was such a turnoff, and then I was forced to eat more food, which I do like food, but I'm like, can't eat more food. I'm gonna like probably puke, but I can handle a beer or two.
I mean,
But it's really weird. Like, and then they have the nothing above 5.5% on tap, but you're allowed to buy a bottle that's higher than 5%. I'm like,
That's progress.
that's really stupid for production of beer. And then,
whatever. Their religion is dying.
Yeah.
And they are too.
Utah officially.
Technically.
Mormons aren't like the most populist religion anymore.
It's Christianity now.
Yeah.
Bring it back.
They're basically the same fucking thing with a different banner.
Speaking of religion, though.
Okay.
You say beer or
I'm getting controversial
religion?
already, everyone. Wow.
Beer's good.
The beer is
quite
good.
The beer is
It's the right
excellent.
temperature too.
I loved
favorite stout
their IPAs were the ones that I really liked there. This is my first dark beer I had because they didn't have any on tap because you can't have anything over 5% on tap. And I'm like, I'm not going to drink a bottle at the bar.
It's crazy. You can't produce like certain styles properly. If you're trying to dummy down the alcohol and like all these certain styles, I'm like, well, it's going to make them suck for one.
Yeah.
Because they need a certain malt base or, quantity of malts used. And there's many other reasons, I'm sure, but
So what I'm hearing is you would not cry if Utah seceded from the nation.
yeah, it's fine.
Not one single solitary
I mean, it's
tear.
beautiful, but they should just not have
The National
alcohol
Park is
there.
great. I love Zion. They had a good brewery in there.
Great skiing.
If they
Great skiing.
if they seceded, would we get to keep Post Malone, or do they get him?
Oh,
Is he a Utah
He
thing?
lives in
Utonian?
Yeah,
He loves Salt Lake.
City.
I'm not saying Utahians can't come into the America.
Utahns.
Can we give him a chance?
I'm not
to
sure I
get
like
out?
the whole face tattoo thing.
His Raising Canes are nice, though. We went to the Raising Canes he designed there in Salt Lake, and that was pretty good.
He
And I think if
designed them,
anybody
or
can
he-
pull off a face tattoo, he's killing it.
I mean, he's
Well,
no, like
You think about people who have face tattoos and it looks good for them. I think Post Malone looks great.
I'd say nobody.
Yeah, it's severe like juggalo energy.
yeah, it's a good
All right,
description.
I'm getting a face tattoo.
The
Dylan,
time,
Dylan, it's okay. They're not making fun of juggalos.
No,
Sorry, man. No, I didn't.
I wouldn't accept it.
No offense towards juggalos, Fago.
tiny
Michigan.
face tattoos.
Dylan, put the gun down.
You know who
I'm
ate-
telling you, I'm telling you, you must whoop whoop in penitence.
go in the bathroom, say 4 whoop whoops.
Yep.
tattoo artists hate tiny face tattoos.
Yeah.
For one, like they're supposed to look bad too, or something. I don't know.
I don't know. His
Anyone
Claymore-
who's trendy, like their face tattoos just look like shit.
Tyler, I don't trust you, man. You've spent way too much time in Florida. I don't trust your aesthetic.
That might
reasoning.
be. Yeah.
I
well,
like Florida Dylan. His
You married
beaches
a
and good
woman
beer.
who had your name.
you know what?
So you
College
were
was a
both Tyler
fast and
Melly.
crazy time.
Guys, welcome to the Drama Cast.
Well,
Dragma Cast.
all I can think about is Josh said Florida Dylan, and that is a new character in my head now. Florida Dylan.
He'll be in the new Grand Theft Auto game.
6,
Oh,
yeah.
I'll be
He's an
in.
Easter egg.
Yeah.
It's like Dylan with sunglasses.
There seems to be a protest outside of Arby's. It says "Eat ass."
Yes. It's perfect.
The reason we're here, though, is to talk about Dylan's 50 favorite games of the year.
50.
He brought his entire fucking list.
I did
no
bring a
particular
fucking
order.
Okay,
list.
take it down to like 15.
No, I only have 10, but I did list out. I did list out every single game I played this year that I could recall, or that I at least spent 3 hours with. So I'm not going to list that on the podcast. I will post that.
The only way you're allowed to is if you do it like Jeff Keighley in the style of the
Well,
the
30,
Game Awards.
you have 30 seconds.
Oh
Wrap
my
it
God,
up.
where he's like, the best original sound design goes to this, and then this, and then this. It's like, wow.
Number 50, we have Avatar.
congratulations.
Thank you. Number 49, we have this. Thank you.
Killing it this time from Soft. You're killing it. Yeah.
And
shit
now,
like that.
welcome to a 30-minute break where Dylan talks about Avatar.
Avatar, Frontiers of Pandora. I literally could. I'm not.
Nope. Let's go.
Let's jump. Let's jump into the awards. Our first award we're going to do is Indie Game of the Year. Who wants to go first? Tom?
Not me. I'm going to sit out this category because I realized that I only played one indie game all year,
And you're not comfortable awarding it?
and it's actually one of the most disappointing games I played all year. So,
Well, you have to say what it is now.
it was a game called The Last Case of Benedict Fox.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
I've heard of that
it.
game.
Yeah, I was kind of excited about this game.
That's the Lovecraftian Metroidvania-ish thing?
Kinda.
That's what they try to say?
Yeah, a little bit. It was kind of in the vein of like Flashback and Out of This World, how they tried to make like a cinematic, I don't know cinematic platformer. I don't know what the
Yeah, I know
best
what
way
you're
of
It did look kind of pretty, though.
Yeah. When I heard about this game coming out, I was like, oh shit, this is right up my alley. I downloaded it the day it came out, and it did not play very well at all. It looks very pretty, but They missed the mark with the gameplay. I'm like, how did this pass any kind of QA, or did anybody raise any kind of red flag on it? So this is the nature of the category. So I
think it counts.
I guess it would be the best one I played, even though it's one of the worst, most disappointing games.
Unfortunately, it does qualify, Tom.
All right.
Your submission is official.
Okay.
I will say I played maybe an hour of it, and I couldn't.
The name number 48 on your list, right?
No, actually, I didn't include it on the list if I played it too little. If I thought it was bad and I stopped, I didn't include it.
Yeah, try to give it a chance for sure.
Great job, Benedict. You're leading the way right now.
Yes.
Good job, Benedict.
The curious case of Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah. All the buttons.
He keeps getting younger.
Yay, Tyler.
It is a game we've already talked about. My indie game of the year was Dredge. I had a fucking blast playing Dredge. Very calm, relaxing game. When I get done bartending, I get home late. I usually play like some sort of sports game to kind of unwind and shut my brain off for a little bit. Dredge was a nice alternative.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I would just fish.
Yeah.
And you know what? That's fun.
It is calming.
Yeah. No, super, super solid game. I didn't play a ton of indie games as opposed to last year. I played a lot more. But that's because we had a lot of big releases this year. So my wallet and attention was...
And you don't have Game Pass, so...
What is the Game Pass you speak of?
It's like that shitty PlayStation service, but they actually get a lot of good games.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds
the best
great.
deal in gaming. Yep.
He's even wearing like Xbox colors. It's so annoying.
Got the PlayStation guys sitting next to each other over here.
Yeah. Well, I'm not an Xbox guy.
Hey, we're gonna have like a
Steam
cage
guy now.
match later. Just
still
PlayStations
better
versus
than
the X's. Sex
Chads versus
boxes.
Spartacus.
X's versus hoes is more like it.
I guess I have to take Brad's side on this.
Yeah.
No, Dredge,
Xbox is good.
fantastic. I haven't played the DLC though because the DLC is out now. Correct?
It is,
Yeah,
but
I
looking
haven't
forward to
touched
that.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll have to borrow your copy again. Brad.
Sure. Yeah. Josh?
I looked at the list and I didn't really recognize a single game. And I'm like, yeah, I didn't play any of those, but I do want to play Pizza Tower.
You can today if you want.
I played it for 5 minutes before we started, and I was like, this is a Josh game.
I like pizza. Towers are okay. I don't know. I looked
let's put
into
it
it.
down.
It's highly rated. Like
It's a game.
10 out of 10 for if you like pizza. I'm like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Not that. It's
Hey,
not that.
Did
no.
the Burger Time remake, is that a this year game?
I don't know.
Because I picked
don't
that
know.
up 6 months ago.
A remake of Burger
Yeah.
Time.
Did you guys even know? Because
I never
didn't.
even touched it.
So I picked it up. It's on the Switch.
Okay.
It was fun. I binged it for like 2 hours, and I got through a shit ton of levels.
Yeah.
That might apply if it's 23.
Switch
It's
is a black hole, man. I don't. Yeah. I have
Butthole?
I often worry with the eShop.
Burger Time Party?
Sure.
2019.
What?
What?
Exactly. None of y'all heard of it.
Yeah.
So,
No, I guess not.
yeah. But it's just like the old games, just very smooth,
Yeah.
modern graphics.
Peter Pepper.
Yeah, I think it was like $10. So I'm like, oh, sweet.
Okay, it's on the
sure.
list.
Sure. 2019.
We're gonna
Fuck
put
yeah.
we're putting it on the list.
There you go.
My indie game of the year is
Number 10 is
no, it is just Pizza Tower.
Really?
It's over. It's done. Yeah, it's Pizza Tower. I have it on my Steam Deck. You can play it after we're done here. But I'm a huge fan of the classic Wario side scrollers, and this gets it automatically just because I've missed those for so long.
now. When you say Wario, does that mean like there's
Wario
a big
Land.
charge technique? Because
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, that's what you would define as a Wario. Okay.
Real Land, that was
it's
a
not
Game
just
Boy,
that.
right?
This is a little bit. Wario Land came out on the Game Boy and then Game Boy Advance. There's also one
Virtual
that
Boy.
there is a Wario Land on Virtual Boy,
I think. Yeah.
That
There's
red
one.
ass.
and it's actually the best
mustache.
game on that system. I've played it before.
Probably. Yeah.
He's got a red ass.
Yeah.
Whoa, it's like I'm seeing all red.
Taylor Swift.
No, but this game is a little more fast paced. I would categorize this as like when you get the momentum going and you know what you're doing. It has more in common with Wario Land 4 from the Game Boy Advance than anything, including like going through a level, finding something, and then making your way back in a quick enough time to escape the level. I love it. I love the characters, the weird designs. It looks like a weird Nickelodeon, like Cartoon Network thing from the mid '90s, which I'm usually not a huge fan of. But this is so well animated that I can't argue with it. Did you know that this character has a name, gentlemen? The character from
Buca de Beppo.
Buca de Beppo. His name is, and I wrote it down just so I would remember. His name is Peppino Spaghetti, and he is an overweight. He's an overweight pizza chef who gets something stolen from him by the evil Dr. Pieface.
Okay.
I love the concept.
This is my kind of lore.
I mean,
Yeah.
he sounds like he did needs to be in like the first Nintendo Punch Out.
Yes. He's a punch
No,
character.
no,
Pizza
Yes.
pasta.
you're making me think of
I'm going to hit him in the
Panic
meatballs.
Restaurant.
Pizza pasta.
Nintendo NES. That's
Restaurant.
one of the best Nintendo games ever made.
I know you like that one, and I've played a little bit of it. But this game, I don't know. I just think I wanted something like this for so long, and they finally gave it to me. And it took me a while to play it. It took me getting a Steam Deck because they haven't really released it on anything else other than the computer. So
Yeah, it's a bummer.
I mean, I breezed through that game. I'm on like a second playthrough.
Cool.
I don't think I'm 100%ing it, but I love it.
My indie game of the year is Dredge. Now, I have a feeling if I had played more, there'd be other contenders. I know Sea of Stars would be one that I think would be in discussion if I had played it.
It's very good.
Cocoon. I played a little bit of Cocoon.
Yeah.
But I said I'm not ready to jump into this game right now, and it seems like a game I'm going to love, so I couldn't say that. But Dredge, I did play, and I did love most of my time with it. A nice, chill, relaxing game. I like the storytelling. I like the twists. And I enjoyed my time with Dredge quite a bit.
I like that when you upgrade your boat, the boat changes. It's a little subtle thing, but like some games don't do it anymore. Like when you upgrade your gun, the gun just looks the same.
Yeah.
I miss being able to see your upgrades. So that was probably the most fun part of that game.
Check it out.
Yeah. Definitely check out Dredge. And Listener's Choice, voted by our Patreon supporters and our Discord friends, Sea of Stars was voted as the #1 indie game.
I have it installed.
Fair.
I own it. I backed it on Kickstarter, but
Heard nothing but good things about that.
there's a
card game.
completionist, but besides that, nothing but good things.
Speaking of aquatic themed indie games, did anybody play Dave the Diver? I wanted to play it.
I wanted to try it out.
I thought you played every game.
I didn't play every
We
game.
stumped the Dylan.
We got him.
Whoops.
You're off the podcast.
No, I've heard a lot of good things about it, and it seems like it'd be up my alley. But I just never got around to it. It was on sale for the winter sale.
Sure. It was one of those games that was, I think it's on Switch and then Steam. And I'm like, I don't know. I just wanted to. For some reason, I didn't pick it up. But anyway, I was just curious.
I would like to play it, and I still will. The problem is just that I just I have to work. I have a job. I've got other things I've got to do. I've got to pay attention to my wife once in a while.
That's why you got Baldur's Gate on the Xbox, so you could play it together. Yep.
Yep, that's why I got
it's
it.
local multiplayer, so they can both play there.
And it's a lot of fun, but then she ended up getting it on her new gaming level laptop.
Ooh.
And so we're playing it separately. That's actually more fun. If you're sharing a screen, the split screen on Baldur's Gate 3 does not work very well. It does that thing where you can completely separate the screens, but if you save and then you stop the game and you come back in, it'll do like that hybrid where if you get close to each other, then the screens will meld.
Oh,
and then if you
That's
move away,
confusing.
yes, it does not work for perspective, and it's horrifying in combat. So
Yeah. Disjarring.
but turning it off helps, but at the same time, when you have so much going on with the HUD, you don't want anything blocking it.
Gotcha.
And it's just, they don't show as much either. Baldur's Gate 3, man.
We have a surprise category. We want to talk about the most life-changing product that we used this year, and that would be Magic Mind.
100%.
Magic Mind.
Magic Mind.
Absolutely. Yes.
It's something you take in the morning, and it gives you all of that vital, natural nutrition you need to get through the day. I crash a lot. Fuck that coffee. and Magic Mind keeps me moving.
I work a 9 to 5 half the week, and I work till bar close the other half of the week. So my sleep schedule is fucked. I honestly, if I didn't have it, I'd be drinking 47 cups of coffee a day. Mixed with one of my regular cups of coffee when I get up, I'm not crashing midday, and that's good for a bartender. I got to schmooze the people and get the tips, you know?
You gotta be on your game.
I have to have the gift of gab, and when I'm sleepy, I don't have it.
You know when someone's tired, you can feel it.
Yeah, you see it in their eyes.
Getting over long COVID, I'll tell you this much. I've had one every single day since. And every single time I feel that little boost, and it puts me past that exhaustion point, and it makes it happen. It just, everything kind of fires. And then I'm able to just, I'm a little bit faster. I'm a little more aware. I truly, like I keep saying it, it's a mana potion. It just refills my MP.
It's like Dylan +4 when he has it. And only this January, we're happy to say that we can help you get some Magic Mind to help make you crush those 2024 New Year's resolutions. You can get 1 month of Magic Mind for free when you're subscribing for 3 months at magicmind.com/JANDC, JANDC. And with the code DOGCAST20, you can get 1 month for free. So go to magicmind.com/JANDC, JANDC, and get 1 month for free with Dogcast20. Up next, we have another beer.
The best indie game of the year.
Another beer,
Baldur's
Brad.
Gate 3.
But as we're getting ready to drink this next beer, let's talk about our next category.
Do it!
Favorite beer of the year. Now, this doesn't have to be a beer released in 2023. But what was your favorite beer, your personal favorite beer that you had this year? And we're going to start not with you, Tom. We're going to go with Dylan.
Oh, sure.
Now, Dylan, you drank 50 different beers this year, right?
Sure.
Where's your list of beers you drank?
Falling in line with my personal philosophy, I said long ago when they took it from me.
Uh-oh. Cool.
Oh, no.
I said long ago that I would never betray this beer. My beer of the year, even though I have not had it, it lives with me in its spirit and its heart. Cool Ice.
Cool Ice!
Cool Ice is
It
a good
lives
beer.
on!
It's not to be forgotten. I remember whenever I would come podcast with you and Matt back in the day with Better in 3D.
Cool Ice all
Cool
around.
Ice all the time.
And it was
got a
sweet.
sweetness,
There's a sweetness, but it's drinkable.
How do you spell cool? Is it like Kehl?
No, Ku with an umlaut.
Knew it.
And then an L. And then it was ice. And it went away one day, and I've never seen it again, and I'm missing it like my dad who went to go out for cigarettes and never came back.
Oh, man.
My heart bleeds for you, Cool Ice. Come back.
Sorry about the beer.
Cool Ice, if you're listening, I still love you.
Who made it?
What's that?
Who made it again? Where'd it come
I
from?
don't even know.
Oh.
I don't know, and I can't.
And we never will.
Young
It was probably
brands.
produced at like Lacrosse Brewing or something like that. Or
You know, Cool Ice is like a sexy vampire that comes into your life and he's just like, oh,
Right.
blah, but I live forever. I
Right.
can't be with you.
Cool Ice from the
And
Biscuit.
then disappears.
Biscuit.
Exactly. So Cool Ice.
R.I.P. Cool Ice.
I don't know why you chose me first. Did you know it was going to be Cool Ice?
No, just to mix it up, you know?
It's been Cool Ice every
sure.
year. Come on.
But let's throw
It
it
has been
over.
Cool Ice every year.
Let's throw it over to Josh. And what do we have in front of us here?
in front of us, we have from 903 Brewers out of Texas. They are
Wow, that smells delicious.
peanut butter,
It's insane.
chocolate chip, Rice Krispie Cream Ale.
baby.
And they
Yeah.
fucking nailed it.
Maybe
They did it.
So this brewery is very hit or fucking miss. Like,
Oh, wow.
Like Texas.
they're very hit or miss. They have really
Just
good
kidding. We love
stuff,
these Texas
and
people.
then sometimes
Shit.
I rarely don't drink a beer, but I've had plenty I've dumped from them.
I don't even want to drink
do
it.
they-
Just smell it the rest of the day.
Isn't it
How
awesome?
do they get the rice?
I don't
flavor?
know, man.
That is fucking incredible.
Oh my God. That like actually made that's
So we've had this on-
Is that your favorite beer of the year?
This might be my favorite beer of the year. No, I'm sorry. No, it's Cool Ice.
It wouldn't qualify until next year's episode.
True.
Oh my God. This
That
is,
one time Josh had the fucking peanut butter Rice Krispie chocolate treats.
wait, is there marshmallow in that too?
Yep.
I
my
mean,
God.
crispy treats.
That's
yeah.
very good.
So I mean, yeah, they really nailed this. I remember we had it on tap last year, and
Wow.
we killed the keg in like a day.
Had to.
And it was just you.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. That's.
But yeah, it's a really cool,
a
fun
Tom
beer.
Ass beer.
I was looking in my beer fridge. I'm like, oh, what's a cool beer? That's a cool beer.
These guys are doing something special.
So we've had some other ones from them too. They do like crunch berries or without the berries. What is it called? Captain Crunch.
Oops, all berries.
Yeah, they have the berries ones. I think missed, but the crunch berry one I can't remember. They did something else too like this, and they really fucking nailed it again. And I was just impressed because nobody like focuses on like everything's like a goddamn sour these days. So it's like, which can be good, but it's like, a light beer with all this crazy flavor, like Indeed Pistachio Cream Ale, another cool, unique beer.
Yeah, I like have you had the new one from Indeed? There's a pistachio like cherry one now.
I've not had that.
Oh, really?
They have
it's out now.
They have
It's really good.
They have a mixed nuts one.
The mixed nuts one's really
I've
good,
never
too.
had that.
Yep.
I had the
good.
peaches and cream. That was I couldn't. That was tough to drink. But,
Yeah, I didn't like that one.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I just like when brewer can get unique and nail it. You know?
Yeah.
And this fucking nailed it. Good job,
Very good.
903.
It doesn't seem like it would be an easy task to marry like flavors like this. So
It's
I
like
always
another
appreciate that.
unique one. Energy City outside Chicago. They make a peanut butter jelly sour. Their sours aren't too sour. They're more like just fruit bombs, but it is so fucking good, and it has the bread flavor to a T.
My first time I ran into
Everyone's just surprised when we poured it up at Drafty. Everyone's just like mind blown, like holy shit.
It's because it's like nothing you've had before. The
bread part.
The first time I've had a pastry sour was at 1840. Their first batch of We Go Together and
Chasing that dragon.
Those old ones are so good.
I've been chasing that dragon. Every time I go there, it's not as good as it used to be.
They're not.
And
It's true.
It's really
They
disappointing.
still nail. I think of them. I think of some of the best double IPAs in Wisconsin. They really nailed those. But I do wish those We Go Together were just more on par. It could be that they up production, they're making bigger batches, and they haven't
dialed it in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's usually the case. Otherwise, it's some early beer brewing magic.
But as far as your favorite beer of the year now,
My favorite
you probably
beer,
drank 400 different beers last year.
I drink at least 30 beers.
No, if you had to put a rough estimate on how many different beers you drank last year, at
Probably at least 1,000.
Yeah.
At least.
Different beers or just total beers?
I mean, there's 365 days in a year. I have my days where I have a 5-ounce pour of something or nothing.
But you got to try everything that comes.
But
in.
anything on tap, I'm trying everything that goes on tap, making sure everything tastes, as it should. And there's times where I'll catch kegs, not often, but I'll catch kegs and be like, "Yo, this is off," and I'll send it right back, and they'll take it back. But
that's because they know they can't argue with you because
No.
you know more than them.
yep,
King of the world.
I'm just an egotistic beer ass.
No, you're a
Anyways.
reasonable business owner who has a reputation for being a great
I
beer
don't want
bar.
my patrons to drink butt juice, you know?
I
Not
worked-
anymore.
I worked for an unnamed brewery before in the Twin Cities, and that narrows it down for anyone who knows where I worked in the Twin Cities. But one of the salesmen was at a bar, and he said he just made a post they need to clean their tap lines here. This beer tastes way off, and the bar got super pissed. You can't be blowing us up saying our beer lines aren't clean.
Yes, you can.
Well,
Yeah, you
It's
can.
called journalism.
no, but you can. But when you're also representing a specific brewery fighting to get tap lines in there, it looks. I mean, they're just not going to get that brewery anymore.
I respect
Yeah.
them for not being kiss asses.
No, he apologized and deleted it.
I don't post that online. No, I don't post. I don't
Yeah.
make that.
No,
I
no,
contact the owner ASAP, and
Yeah.
if they're not, I wouldn't. And if they're not cleaning their lines, I don't sell to them, and I tell them. At least if I was in those shoes, I know there are breweries that really do that. So
But your favorite of the 1,000
my
beers.
favorite is my biased favorite. So we went to Microphone Brewing, Chicago area. He's from Wisconsin, and he's opening up a facility in Delafield, Wisconsin soon. He does this thing called Pick a Destiny. He brings reputable beer people and friends, invites them down. It's like a barrel pick for bourbon, but it's you're picking out barrel aged stouts. You have 10 random barrel aged stouts. You don't know what they are. One's like a Heaven Hill 12-month. One's Elijah Craig 36-month. One's like a rye something or other aged in Guggenheimer barrels, and then whatever. Or it could be a Pappy Van Winkle barrel aged stout, which was like that was like he's like, you guys nailed it. Like that was the gem. You got the good keg there.
Can you
Nice
explain what a
picnic.
Pappy Van Winkle is?
So Pappy Van Winkle is like the rarest, most sought after bourbon right now. Period.
Really?
So this is a 15-year Pappy bottle. I know the 23 and the 20 are a lot more sought after, but people say the 15 is just better. Just because something's more aged doesn't mean it's better, but it is rare, and you want to try something that's
But
aged to a
sometimes,
certain level.
sometimes there's
Can be.
someone like Tom aged to perfection.
Well,
Age to
just about. Give it a couple years.
reviews. Yeah,
Okay.
thank you.
Fine wine.
A wine.
I'll try some of
Tom, your
that.
mascara is running.
So yeah, so Pappy Van Winkle, like we are doing a Pappy Van Winkle event at my bar on Thursday. If
that's
y'all want to come. So we got the
You throw an event on Friday, and I will be there.
Old Rip is the 10-year. Lot B is the 12-year. And then the 15-year is the Pappy Van Winkle bottle. And that is, that can range, all these bottles can range from like Old Rip, $800 on to $1,200, to a Lot B, $1,200 ish.
Yeah.
To Pappy around $2,000 even.
Now,
or
this-
$3,000, depending on your desperation of wanting to buy one bottle of bourbon.
Now, I'm just wondering about this Pappy Van Winkle character, and I'm just picturing a very old little person.
What?
I'm just picturing a very old little person.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I
He's got
think
a high-pitched
I think
voice.
like an elf.
A lot of anger.
Dances.
Yeah.
Oh,
with
you're
elf
thinking
shoes.
dancing. I was thinking like grizzled and upset.
But if,
No, I was thinking
if you
happy.
Google the picture, it is just an old guy.
Yeah.
I picture an old guy in a rocking chair on his front porch yelling at people who may step on his yard.
Okay.
You might. I mean,
I was just
but
picturing
yeah,
Urban Dictionary.
you're all spot on. He's all of those things.
gave her the old
He's
Pappy
whatever
Van
your
Winkle.
heart desires.
Is that a
He's a
sex
magical
term?
creature.
That's what that's the first thing that came to my
beyond
head.
the-
Okay.
I'm like, yeah.
And then you take the lollipop out and you eat it.
sexual. I said
don't wanna-
magical.
Oh, I thought you said sexual.
But he can. Anything
Sexual.
can be sexual, Dylan. Just put your mind
Dylan,
to it.
you're walking proof of that.
Wow. Yeah. you got me. Right? It was spot on.
But yeah, it's a fun beer, that Rice Krispie treat thing. But back to my favorite beer. If you like barrel aged stouts, this is like pretty spot on how you want a barrel aged stout to be. It's almost 16%. This is a triple mash imperial stout. So the mash is the ante has been upped.
What's it called again?
This is called Pick of Destiny, the number 27. There's only 180 bottles that exist.
There's going to be
We have-
179 after today.
Well, now there's like only a couple of drafty left, but we have one keg left.
He's like,
Saving
no, we're not
for
opening this on
anniversary.
the podcast.
No, I just want to show you guys. That's it. Yep.
I mean, sure.
No, but we called it Drafty Van Winkle. You get to name it. It just was easy to go with that name. Yeah, and it's rare, very rare to get a stout that's aged in Pappy barrels.
Yeah.
Fuck
And
yeah.
a lot of people, a lot of butthurt people like to go, "Oh, Pappy's so overrated." Well, yeah, it is because it's so expensive and rare. But I will say I've had Pappy Van Winkle, and it is one of the best tasting, most balanced, flavorful bourbons I've ever had. So I don't care what they say. But should we crack this now, guys?
Yeah.
I'd say let's do it.
Give me that Bellican.
In the meantime, while he does that, because he's doing it so good, and he's going to do the best pour because he's the pro.
It had a wax seal on this thing.
I know.
It is wax topped.
Fucking wax
A
seal.
wax seal. Motherfucker.
Tyler, what would be your beer of the year?
See there's still beer in here. Whose is this?
Dylan's
Oh, that's mine. Shit.
Oh,
wasting your Rice Krispies.
Yeah.
Come on.
I'll try to organize these.
If I
and even
could
them
pick
out
the
nice.
beer that Josh just gave us, I would. But Brad is right. It is 2024, and I cannot do that. But I'm staying in the peanut butter lane.
Interesting.
I respect that.
Yeah.
Love it.
My beer of the year is Honey's from Oliphant Brewing.
Oliphant.
Oliphant. I can never say anything.
That's what Samwise Gamgee sees in Lord of the Rings. He calls them
Look,
Oliphants.
Frodo, an Oliphant.
No one back home will believe me. It's like, Sam, you're so annoying. Quit
Yeah.
talking.
It is a peanut butter honey golden ale. It is super light. It's
Oh,
like
yeah.
5%. It is fantastic. They carry it. It was hard to find at the beginning of the year. They weren't making very much of it, or it wasn't being distributed in Milwaukee very often because I think they're based out of Somerset, right?
I don't know.
I think they're based out of
I've
Somerset.
had a few beers from them, though.
Do you know, Josh?
What's that? Sorry, I'm
Where
pouring.
Oliphant is based out of Somerset, right?
I think so. Yeah, I like to say in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. I got to meet some of the guys at Third Space IPA Fest because I worked at my booth was next
That's
to theirs.
always fun.
Yeah. And they are super dope guys. I told them I really liked Honey's Honies and Chonies Chonies, which is the chocolate version. And they gave me Schmonies Schmonies, which is the s'mores version. And they only had one
It's a fun beer.
can left.
Love it.
Nice and lighter ABV, so you can have like 30 if you really want to go there. But
Yeah. But the Honey's Honies, the peanut
imagine
butter
not shitting
honey golden ale one, fantastic. It's just
Awesome.
super light, super peanut buttery, super smooth. If you like peanut butter beers, it's hard to top.
I mean, yeah, I'm all over that. Honestly, yeah.
Honestly, I put it in the same lane as this 903. Like it's that good.
And I like that they put that shit in ales too, because I love it in stouts, but I've had so many stouts that are peanut butter,
or like a lighter.
versions of and added other things. But whenever I have anything like that in an ale, it's like a little more special because it's a lighter beer and
I love it when you can nail those flavors in a lighter beer.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to be something that's more encouraged.
There's a beer I had at Thesis Brewing in Rochester, Minnesota.
Oh yeah, I've had that.
They had Thesis Pieces, which was like a peanut butter golden ale.
Awesome.
And fucking yeah,
My buddy lived
chasing
near
that
there,
dragon. That's another
shared
one that's
that.
like,
Dude,
I'm never finding something as good as that
it's
again.
great.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I have peanut butter beers, it tastes so artificial and it's super rich.
Yeah.
And like it's good for the first 2 sips, and then past that, you're just like, this is a stomach ache
It might
in a
be
can.
the powders that they
cloying.
use.
But Honey's Honies has the honey in it, so there's like a little bit of sweetness that kind of cuts that. The peanut butter is honestly kind of subtle. They don't overdo it.
I like that.
They're not heavy-handed with it. And it was a brewery that I got to meet. I haven't been there yet, but I tried a lot of their beers at IPA Fest, and they got some good shit.
I'm gonna go next because I'm gonna just jump on the peanut butter train. Smooth or Die peanut butter milk stout from Drecker Brewing. It's whenever it's on tap, it's usually what I go straight for. And just even yesterday, I was so hungover and I was miserable, not wanting even a Bloody Mary. But I'm like, dang, a peanut butter milk stout was just
Might save your day.
It was saved my day. It was a little kiss of heaven.
Got a keg chilling in the drafty cooler right now.
It's just good. And not like you were saying, Tyler, not every peanut butter beer. Sometimes there's too much. It's just nice and balanced. It's real drinkable. And I sometimes move away from sweet stouts, but a well-made peanut butter one will always be good to me.
It's just that hearty, rich nut.
We love the nut. Listen up,
I'm a big
breweries.
nut fan.
More peanut butter.
Speaking of a
I
hearty,
like-
rich nut, Tom?
Yeah. Oh, hey. I don't have like a big story to go along with it, or I don't even know what's in the beer. But I think my favorite beer this year is a beer that Josh turned me on to. It is the Phase 3 Orange Chantilly Milkshake
Fantastic beer.
IPA.
I've had it, I think, yeah.
Probably.
Oh, it's so
good.
The pineapple one's
I
even
can't say
better,
that
I think.
2023 is the first year I had it, but
Oh, you've had it, yeah.
2023 is the year that I realized these guys make the best milkshake IPAs that I've had so far.
It might be one of the best breweries in the country. I'll go that far.
Sure, they're out of Illinois. We went on a
Lake Zurich, Illinois.
we took a bus trip down
We
there.
took a drafty bus trip. It was a great time.
Yeah.
Sounds awesome.
But I've always liked milkshake IPAs. I don't know about you guys.
Love them still.
Yeah,
Even though they were such a trend.
I
like,
love
a
good
couple
ones
years
and
ago.
I hate bad ones.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. They're hard to do.
Don't make them if they're bad, and don't sell them.
I can drink a bad lager or a Pilsner. I can't drink a bad milkshake.
Yeah.
It's true.
And we've had plenty of Eagle Park milkshake IPAs who do a very good job.
Mostly.
Most of the time, yeah.
with theirs.
It was the Bowie spacesuit.
Could be the up production. Those tanks they have now are gigantic.
Yeah.
They make a pretty damn good product considering still.
Yeah,
But those early day,
They actually
big
have.
bottoms up. Oh my god,
They got a new.
those are
system.
better than Hot Butchers.
They can do much smaller batches again. They got a new setup in there where they can start doing.
They might.
experimentals.
I think when I talked to them that they might like I remember them saying that, or Cass or Jackson or whoever, but like they might be focusing on smaller batch milkshake IPAs.
It might be wise. It might
because
be wise.
it's such a niche thing. So
you could definitely tell that their quality took a bit of a hit when they started ramping up. But anyways, yeah, Phase 3, the Orange Chantilly. Actually, their whole Chantilly line, it's basically different flavors of milkshake IPA. Just something with their... They found the perfect balance of like lactose and, fruit, whatever fruits flavor.
There's a lot of breweries that are substituting lactose now, or finding ways to still make a really good beer. Like Eagle Park did was it dextrose milkshake, or the vegan they call it?
Sure.
Which I think they should avoid that word.
But they won't say why it's a vegan milkshake. It's proprietary.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, but it's vegan.
It's marketable in Milwaukee, not in a small town.
So. There are lactose substitutes. Cheesemonger here, everyone.
Mm-hmm. I thought you were the game master.
I'm both.
Whoa!
But you're the
I'm
laser
the game master. I'm
monger of cheese,
machine,
master of games.
The
Dylan of the West,
the Rodimus,
the Queef Eater,
the Galvatron,
the Queef Eater, the Galvatron, the Megatron,
the Gravitron,
the Energon.
But this beer we're drinking is fantastic, Josh.
This is for my flavor saver. This is for my mustache.
Definitely a sipper. It's a
I
sipper.
know.
It's the right temperature right now.
It sticks nice.
It's not too sticky, but it is sticky.
It is sticky, but it also has like this really excellent I don't say this too often, but like a strong alcohol flavor. Like
in a good way.
Yes, it's almost like
it nails those bourbon barrel flavors.
Exactly, yes. That's exactly right. And I think this actually like hits.
And that's why we picked that.
I prefer this to the other one, to be honest. I do.
Well, the other one's just a Baltic Porter. It was still good. Mm-hmm. Baltic Porters they're usually not even barrel aged. They're meant to be an amped up, lighter, like almost easier tasting porter.
Yeah.
So,
well, we're going to take a quick break here for another amazing show from the Tokyo Beat Podcast Network, and we'll be right back.
Hi, this is Mono, the host of Tokyo Game Life, a Tokyo-based video game podcast focusing on Nintendo and gaming culture in Japan's capital. It's your slice of gaming life from Tokyo. Every episode features deep dives into gaming-related places to visit in Tokyo, interviews with fans, developers, and experts, plus detailed thoughts on both retro and new games. Tokyo Game Life, only on the Tokyo Beat Network.
Today's show was brought to you by EPOS Gaming Audio, with a comprehensive lineup of both wired and wireless headsets, gaming amplifiers, microphones, and webcams. EPOS has everything you need to experience the power of audio. Like their H6 Pro lineup, which features two versions, an open or closed headset. The closed headset allows you to tap into exceptionally detailed audio and seals out ambient noise, while the open version delivers natural high-fidelity audio with an incredible soundstage. Both headsets include a magnetic detachable microphone and a sleek design that has no wild RGB configurations, just good design. Listeners can save 15% by visiting www.eposaudio.com/gaming and entering code EPOSFRIEND15 at checkout. That is EPOSFRIEND15 at checkout. We are going to jump right into the hottest category of the year: favorite food.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Well, not necessarily. Food can be cold.
I know, but
a gazpacho
or ice cream.
No one wants hot ice cream.
Anything you eat can
soup.
be food. People can be food.
Soylent Green, hands down, favorite food of the year.
Gazpacho is people.
I can start this category because I know it. I have mine locked and loaded.
Okay.
Do it.
It is a Milwaukee staple for me now.
Uh-oh.
I don't know if it's necessarily a food that I tried for the first time
He had
this year.
He had Milverine ball cheese.
I definitely had this food before this year, but over the course of 2023, it became my favorite spot to eat. If I had to go out and eat in Milwaukee, I'm going to Fixture, and I am getting it's called the Central Waters, right? With the cream cheese dollops and the pepperoni that are little cups. The pepperonis that when you cook them, they turn into little cups for all the
like
oil
a Tony's
and
pizza.
grease. Oh
Yeah.
my god!
I have had this.
That's hands down Carly's favorite
The
pizza.
first time I had it was with
Is it really?
you.
It's just
Okay.
drowning
Yeah,
in cream
when
cheese.
When I
Nice.
first started
It's
on
a
the
little
podcast.
much cream cheese for me. I wish it was like
I'm with you,
I wish it was like a quarter of the amount.
but if I tried to say
It's
it to
still
Carly,
good.
I would be single.
Well, the good thing is the cream cheese when it bakes, it gets nice and brown, and you can take like a knife and you can just push it off onto another piece.
Yeah.
So like for you and Carly, if you think it's too much,
Sharing.
you just slide that shit right onto her slice.
I'm gonna wind up eating it when she doesn't finish her food anyway.
You order some wings and you put the cream cheese in the wings. I don't know.
Then the secret move, which is not so much of a secret because I'm pretty sure all of us at this table do this, is the hot honey. You throw the hot
Milwaukee
honey,
hot honey.
Oh,
hot honey
That's one of the best
Mike's,
condiments.
Mike's hot honey.
Mike's
yes,
hot honey, yeah.
on
Yeah.
top
Yeah.
of the pizza.
Yeah.
Fixture is the best pizza place in town, in my opinion.
Yes, that's
There's
and
a lot of really good pizzas though.
the Central
I heard
Waters
y'all.
pie. Yeah, fantastic. Whenever I have people that come to visit me and they have not been to Milwaukee and
Central
they're like,
Water specifically.
yes,
With the cream cheese.
yes, that is my favorite food of 2023. I cannot recommend it enough.
I'm gonna go not Raising Cane's this year. I'm gonna mix it up.
Thank you.
But my favorite thing that I had multiple times this year and never got enough of, Big New Yorker pizza from Pizza Hut.
Hey.
Fuck yeah, that pizza is the bomb.
I order them at work.
It's close to the OG. It's close. It has like that sauce, cheese, the bread. Like
And you always advise what, extra cheese?
I do. Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
There's something about, and I'm not a big fast food pizza guy, but there's something about that pizza that's pretty special. And it's really good, just plain cheese.
I only get it with the plain cheese.
I-
The crust is really good too.
I don't know. It's something about. Like I said, I'm not usually a Pizza Hut Domino's dude or
Well,
something. But
New York style crust usually is extremely foldable, but it's super sturdy at the same time. So you get a little bit of dough, but crustiness on the outside. I also used to be a pizza maker, so I've never had this. The Big New Yorker.
The Big New Yorker from Pizza Hut.
I've never done it.
It's
It's been all over the Discord, Dylan.
Yeah.
so like
We had a whole thing about it.
when I was in high school, I ate so many of them because I think they're like $10 back then.
They ain't anymore.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it.
But man, fuck yes to the Big New Yorker. Dylan, your favorite food?
Soup.
Fuck yeah, I love soup.
Josh, your favorite food?
No, I've gotten really into soups, especially because I find soups to be the most like therapeutic thing you can have. I include a lot of things with soup.
They're so good in winter.
Exactly, and it's herby, it's rich. You don't feel like you had too much of it, kind of ever. I mean, you can. It's basically broth. It's salty water, so you're gonna be fucking yourself up no matter what. But one of my favorite things has been pho. Me and my wife, we love to go to all the pho places
Fuck yeah.
and figure it out. Exactly. And we've tried out a lot of them in Milwaukee. We haven't crossed off every one of from our list, but there's this great place over in Greendale.
I want to know.
It's Fauviette. It's next to the Kia dealership. I can't give you the exact street.
Dangerous
obviously.
area.
And no, it's not. Not even close.
Not unless
stealing-
Dylan's there.
People aren't stealing all the Kias over there.
Yeah, why don't the Kia boys just go to the source?
'Cause
Stop stealing our cars. Just go steal
Because
them.
That's the
freaking
only one.
shot.
That's the only ones Kia cares about.
That might be like
ones
That's where they all
easier.
work.
The ones they haven't sold yet are the ones they care about.
But I made a chicken noodle that I thought was the best chicken noodle I've ever had in my life.
When are you gonna share your chicken noodle with us, Dylan?
I share
Live
stuff
closer,
with,
Josh.
like, yeah,
he brought marinara sauce the other day over. We had some dope ass pasta. It
Was it good?
Yeah, it's very
Oh,
good.
okay,
I'm
yeah.
into that.
The meatballs, there were not many left because me and my wife, we annihilated that sauce.
People always say Dylan, he's a meatball hound. Everyone says it about
I'm a
you.
meatball hound. Well, speaking of, one of my next goals is to make a proper Italian wedding soup, which has a lot going on in it, and it takes a long time to do it properly. I'm talking like 10 hours if you really want to make a proper Italian wedding soup. And that's what I'm going to make next. And it's high on my list.
SpaghettiOs.
It's just like, yeah,
This is
I
a
got the
chicken
can,
noodle.
put it in for 10 hours in the microwave.
Put it on simmer.
100 degrees for 10 hours.
But soup has been such a comforting thing for me, and I think that if I ever opened up a place where I served my food to the public, it would be a mixture of like soup and French fries, because I've been obsessed with French fries.
I think you can put anything on a French fry.
Frankly, yes.
Take it to another degree. You're running the game.
Yeah. I also really want to make a French onion soup, but I'll save that for
Canadian
another time.
We are waiting with bated breath.
Well, you got
and hungry tummies.
Well, the next time I make a lot of soup, I'm gonna have to give it away because we can't get through all of it. I made a.
You're literally drowning in soup at your house.
I made a handmade cream of mushroom about 3 weeks ago.
Do you make some soups without your hands?
Yes.
Okay,
Sometimes
sorry.
I do it with
You
my
don't
mind.
get it, Brad.
Have you ever seen the movie My Left Foot?
No.
See?
You should check that out,
heard
and
of-
then you'll
never
see how
seen it.
how Dylan makes his other soup.
Dylan Diefenbach.
Dylan Diefenbach.
There's a place called Nessun Dorma over on the east side / north side in Milwaukee, and they have great food, like fantastic, like across the board. And one time I ordered their cream of mushroom, and I had to try and replicate it because it was the best cream of mushroom I've ever had in my life.
Awesome.
Good luck following that, Tom.
Jeez. Yeah. I don't know.
He just did soup in general. Like that's a big one.
Yeah. Well,
I'm going with food.
exactly. Mine's not too far off that mark. I'm going to go with cheese.
Hey.
I took a trip to Portugal.
Portugal with cheese?
Late summer and to the Azores, and stopped at a couple cheese factories because this little island chain is known for its cheese. And my partner and I, we stopped at this little cheese factory, and I had some of the best cheese that I've ever had. And this is a guy coming from Wisconsin who enjoys a lot of cheese.
Can you tell me what types of cheese you had? Because I'm very curious.
Me too.
No.
Tom.
I can tell you one because this is the one that actually came from the place that
The cheesery.
The cheesery.
I'm interested in what type of stuff they make. Was it more like farmer style where it was fresh, or was it aged?
Yeah,
or?
fresh. Yeah, there are cows roaming everywhere on these islands, and
The cheese is
cheesy.
coming from the tea.
So you weren't having a lot of. Were you
it's
having
straight from the
harder
tea
cheeses, like sharp cheeses, or were you having like softer?
Softer.
Okay,
But
so
there were some that were hard. I mean,
Right.
Yeah, we got like a couple cheese boards, and it kind of ran the gamut
Sure.
of I guess the Mohs scale of cheeses. Like the hardness.
I wish I could have been there, man.
What were the
'cause
IBUs?
So I'm going to call out this one because I just did find it. It's called Quejo do Vale. I'm just going to read the description here. This sour cow's milk cheese is made exclusively in a small family-run factory, which we stopped at. When in 2015, the 17-year-old daughter of the family had the idea to use the sour water from a nearby spring and furnace on the largest island of São Miguel, which is the water. It's a volcanic island, so
it's
the water, a lot of
sulfuric.
sulfur. It's very sulfuric, and they use this water as a brine. The cows graze on the family farm and furnace, which is known for its hundreds of mineral-rich hot springs and fumaroles. Quejo de Vale comes in 5 varieties, including buttery cured, garlic, and oregano, and it was very good. So I think Kate brought some back.
Was this like a spreadable, or was it like
It wasn't spreadable. No,
it was like
chunks.
sliced. It was sliced
Yep.
chunks. Okay.
Yeah.
I would love to taste that. That sounds delicious.
Yeah. In fact, when we went throughout our whole trip, the cheese was the
Focus.
well, it ended up being like the biggest or the best food that we had because
Really?
yeah, we thought we were going to an island nation. Like wow, it's going to be seafood, and this place was not like that. It was very beef centric and
Fuck yeah.
dairy. So yeah,
Well, now I have to bring you guys one of Dylan's famous charcuterie boards.
yeah, please.
We want to
charcuterie
eat
boards
your
are the
board.
best.
Yes, I know.
The charcuterie
Tom,
horde. You should start a business.
Did the locals look at you like, who are these? Did you eat so much cheese that like the way Wisconsin person goes to Germany for Oktoberfest? This Wisconsin guy is drinking all of our beer.
That guy's got a Green Bay shirt on. Get the good stuff.
Yeah. Well, it is kind of fun. We were there, and somebody did it.
Like, for
somebody
10
else
hours.
had like a Badger jacket on,
Yeah.
but we never talked to him. So there
Good.
were other Wisconsin people there, or Wisconsin adjacent.
Totally on brand.
Wisconsin rivalry.
Yeah, exactly. But it was
Marquette, right?
It was fantastic. But yeah,
Yeah, I'm curious like how they actually think of American cheese because there's so much that we're actually doing, and we're actually
we
really
should have asked.
We're like really hitting a lot of fine points with these weirder cheeses. People are more open to it. It's not just sharp cheddar on a piece of apple pie.
Right.
So I'd be really intrigued to go to a lot of other places and just try their shit, because every time I've been to a place, especially like this down home kind of like, I would quote unquote say exotic. I don't know if that necessarily counts.
It is. Just go with it.
Okay. It's exotic. I would like to try a lot of these exotic cheeses because they also don't pasteurize their milk.
Correct.
So,
Yeah.
like, which is illegal in a lot of states.
I'll say, does it hold up okay then? Or?
It really depends. The reason they pasteurize it is because some people get sick. If you do it wrong and you get the wrong pH balances, mold is so easy to grow in there, and sometimes it will attract deadly mold. There's a guy in New York, I would say like 4 years ago, who
Death by cheese.
literally he made his own cheese and it killed 4 people.
That's how The Last of Us starts.
Is he in prison?
The cheese is spread.
I don't know.
That's the question.
I didn't follow the trial.
Christ.
We might have to
It's
come
a
back to
cheeser.
this story.
I just wanted to make cheese.
Guys, you know, I mean, like, the most popular casts are like the murder podcasts, and the cheese murderer is probably something that needs to get touched.
That'd be a good last podcast.
Like, this is gonna boost sales for the Dogcast. I'm just saying.
Speaking of boosting sales, Josh, your favorite
Boosting.
food?
Tyler, your pizza is the Great Lakes Distillery pizza.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah, I'm like, that didn't
Get your
sound
favorite
right.
food right.
I do.
Well, say
Hey,
pizza
no.
in general, it'd be
I'm just here
safer.
to correct in case anyone else
Yeah.
local wants to go check out this awesome pizza.
Mia used to work at Central Wires.
I'm like, it
and
didn't
ever
sound
since then,
right.
my wires get crossed. I'm
a big fixture advocate too.
Fixture's
great.
The first time I had that pizza
All
was with
I think we're all in
Dylan,
favor
soup,
of
high
Fixture.
five.
Dollar mozzarella sticks.
and they're
Happy hour. That's my kind of happy hour. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Actually.
I don't need a $3 beer. I want a $1 mozzarella stick. Thank you. I'll have 5.
hook it up.
Yeah.
I made this white wine base mushroom soup with sausage that was really fucking good.
Was it creamy?
It was almost like velvety creamy.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't believe how well it turned out on my first try. And that was just mind blowing. I gave it to a bunch of friends who were like, holy shit. So when I make big batches, I bring little containers to all my friends.
Yeah, me too.
They're like, holy shit, Josh. I didn't know when I became the soup Nazi, but I'm kind of a souper too.
Hey, listen, soup is one of the most comforting things on
We
the
should have
face
a
of the
place called
planet.
Soup Brothers.
But we have 7 more categories. Yes.
That's not my thing. Detroit style pizza.
Welcome to the Soupcast, everyone.
Okay, Detroit style
Detroit
pizza
style
is something
pizza.
I found out existed this year, and I still don't know.
A
what
lot
it
of
is.
people don't know it exists.
I thought it was a joke.
It's a pan style.
Yeah.
Like Chicago,
So,
like
there's-
deep dish,
No.
pan.
So, and this goes back to the cheese thing.
It's breadier.
It needs to be like almost like flaky, but the main thing is
I would describe it as a croissant style bread almost.
kind of yeah. So the outside,
I could fuck
it's
one of
about
those up.
the crunchy crust. So you when you make it in their cast iron or Detroit style pizza pan, you just simply put cheese along the edge, and it looks burnt, but like it's this delicious, chewy, crunchy,
That looks fantastic.
addicting crust.
You can have it.
And,
It's Jets Pizza actually makes an okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
Classic
It's okay.
Slice.
It's pretty pricey.
Classic Slice was doing Detroit style for a while. I don't know if they still are, and it was amazing.
I was never a fan of the regular New York style. I have a lot of Milwaukee friends that love them.
I'm not a huge classic slice fan.
But their Detroit style is great.
I would
I'd
try
love
that.
to try it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier to have someone else make it, but it's actually not too hard to make. So I got myself a Lloyd's pan. Lloyd pans are the most popular go-to, pricier pans. But I've been actually making a couple pizzas a month at least, and they've been turning out fucking great.
You made that?
Yeah.
It looks great.
See?
Yeah, I made a Hawaiian style. Like, that was fucking killer. But yeah,
What are those chunks?
chunks?
Oh, it looks like chunks. Is that
sauce
that's the sauce
dollops.
bubbling up? Oh, the sauce dollops on top.
I mean,
Okay.
that pizza, I'm actually getting better results if I let the dough rise. I just cover it and throw it in the oven with the light on, and that dough is just like huge when I get to it, and it's been the crust has been coming up perfect. But
this podcast is about to change to a pizza podcast.
I think that's pretty marketable.
I could
though,
talk
right?
pizza all day, frankly.
Anywho.
You want to start one?
Yeah, it's usually sauce on top.
starting right
that
now.
doesn't matter, but that chewy crunch on the crust is so addicting. It's becoming a big.
Problem.
I don't want to use the word foodie but like it's a food fucking. I hate that word.
It's fine. You don't have to call yourself that. People who like food are just
Josh,
called humans.
You're such a beery.
Yeah, too. It's the same. Food and beer are the same for me. I like to like we are live every day. Tasting is a magical thing that we get to fucking do.
Yep.
And
life ain't worth living if you can't imbibe.
Yeah.
My sister she's still missing most of her taste from COVID.
Who?
My sister.
Wow. How long has that been?
That's scary, dude.
Yeah.
I know other people like that too.
Yeah.
That scares the living hell out of me. I'm glad I didn't get any of that
Sorry.
No, it's fine.
Can we talk about video games?
Let's fucking do it.
No, we can't yet.
Oh, God damn it.
Album of the year. We'll go quick on this one because only two of us are hardcore music people. And,
I've got a
and you're in a
best
band, Tom. And you're not even like big on album of the year.
Yeah. I'll just go first because this was the category that made me realize shit. I have listened to like almost zero new music.
If it ain't in the top 10s
year.
for the past 30 years, you don't give a fuck.
It's crazy. Well, yeah, we just have a lot of like band projects going on at the moment. So I've just been listening to basically songs that we're learning, and they're all like 20, 30 years old. So a lot of Olivia Newton-John and Offspring songs this year. So
Sweet.
That great show, the Olivia Newton-John show you did, fantastic.
Bastille Days.
Oh, you were there? Yeah.
Bastille Days, right?
Yeah.
It was very horny.
What?
I was aroused.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We were all aroused.
Yes.
I wasn't even there and I had a boner.
Well, appreciate it, guys. Check it out. Hopelessly Devoted. So I'm going to go with this is an asterisk one, cop-out one, but they just re-released the Talking Heads Stop Making Sense in IMAX this last year.
Whoa.
And I did not get to see that.
The suit's even bigger
Fortunately. So, dude, it's like, 80 stories tall. It's insane. But they also came out with a remastered Dolby Atmos mixed version of the Stop Making Sense live album, which is one of my favorite like live albums ever.
That's great.
And the mix is fucking fantastic.
So is that something you have here? You'd like put surround sound on to enjoy?
I actually don't have a physical copy of it.
Okay.
But just the version that they have on iTunes, the lossless FLAC files are really good, and the new mixes are great. And the guy that actually did the mixes is the brother of one of our sound guys from the area who does a lot of our sound around the area.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So Jerry Harrison from the Talking Heads is from Milwaukee, and he is he still lives here, produces bands here, and still mines the talent from the area to do a lot of the Talking Heads.
David Byrne's current guitarist is actually from this area
Milwaukee,
as well.
yes.
I drove her when I did Lyft and Uber.
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
She was so
She was
rad.
on the American Utopia.
Yes, and she did such a good job. And I asked her a ton of questions because I like David Byrne as a fellow autist.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was just so curious. I'm like, what's he like? And I'm like, she's just like, oh, he's just the nicest person I've ever worked with or for. I'm like, that's all I needed to hear. That's all I needed to hear.
Very cool.
It made me put my trust in him a lot more because some of these people, your heroes or people you like, sometimes they don't turn out to be the people you want.
100%.
So,
Yep. Yeah. That's mine. If I had to pick a 2023 one that I actually did listen to, I would say I really actually enjoy the new Olivia Rodrigo Guts album.
Yeah.
Okay. I like you. I was like, oh shit. Spotify most
Yes.
most listened to 2023. What was released this year? And I have a new favorite artist this year. Robert Ellis. I love his music. I'm seeing this next weekend.
He's good, yeah.
But his album from 2023 is not my favorite. It's very slow and contemplative. Dude just had a kid, wants to do some solo work. Power to you, brother. Not my favorite. I'm going to go with Rhiannon Giddens. You're the One. She's a folk singer with Carolina Chocolate Drops. And her album, You're the One, is super soulful, it's like catchy, upbeat folk music. Banjo, fiddle. She has an amazing, unique voice. And I was surprised. I have a lot of her songs in my top of the year. And that album came out this year. So Rhiannon Giddens, check her out. She's really great. And Carolina Chocolate Drops, the band she's with,
Very
is
nice.
good too.
Yeah.
Dylan?
Me now? Okay.
These two can talk about metal for the next 10 hours after you.
That's A-okay. I chose, there's an album that came out by one of my favorite artists of all time. I think that this person has not dipped in quality, but everything is super solid. When he started out, he was mostly like just acoustic all the way through, and that's something that I found super charming. It's kind of a Bob Dylan-esque thing, and now he kind of went electric, and I like a lot of it, and some of it, it's just like, I don't know. But this latest album I actually really liked. It's The Tallest Man on Earth, and the album is called Henry Street. I would recommend everyone giving it a shot, but I would also say go back to his early work.
Yeah.
Because that music like changed my life.
Awesome.
The first week I was here and I went to Myad, he had a free concert at the Pabst Theater. And that was like, I'm like, oh my God, I'm a fucking adult. Look at this shit. and then immediately I illegally downloaded all of his music. But he does a really great job. He's getting older, a little more sentimental. And this album actually kind of has this like deeper core to it. Like there's a lot of heart. There's a lot of intrigue almost. I don't know. I really enjoyed it. I would recommend his best albums, if you had to know, is Shallow Graves and The Wild Hunt.
Okay.
Give those a shot. I have them on vinyl. They're some of the best vinyl I've ever had in my entire life. And they stick with you.
Awesome.
And he's a great lyricist. That's my main thing. So, Tallest Man. Give it a go.
All right, which one of you wants to go next?
Get it, Tyler.
All right. I could make a top 20. I listen to a lot of fucking music.
You're a music guy.
I've been to a lot of shows this year, more shows this year than I've ever been to, so that kind of influences my decision a little bit. It was really tough to narrow it down, so I got 2 quick honorable mentions, and then I'll get to it. But honorable mention, local Milwaukee band Diet Light put out Into the Pudding. Fantastic, very well-rounded.
It also won best food.
Very well-rounded
I love
album.
it when Spider-Man went into the pudding.
Also,
Into the pudding.
I saw Diet Light
That was pretty good.
probably 6 times this year, and they just put on one of the most killer sets ever. But it's a very well-rounded album. Definitely give it a try. Local Milwaukee artists, look them up.
Sure. Genre.
They're like they're alternative rock. They remind me kind of like Cake, but not as weird.
Okay.
A modern take. There's definitely
Cake that can
different
sing?
genres of
They're mixing stuff.
There's unique new versions of old genres of music, and it's kind of fun. There's so much out there right now.
Yeah. And then number 2, Heart Attack Man, Freak of Nature. Band I've been following for a while.
That's the name of
I
the
listen
band?
to them
Heart
too.
Attack
Heart
Man?
Attack Man. The
Okay.
album is Freak of Nature.
Heart attack.
I thought you were going to go with Anal Fisher.
It's just an alternative rock, fucking aggressive.
That was an Eldon Dogs reference. Sorry, no one else got it.
What's Eldon?
Never mind.
Aggressive, fast-paced alternative rock album. And then my number 1, Why Would I Watch by Hot Mulligan. My most listened to album of the year. It is their best album by far, most well-rounded. Every song's a banger. It deals with issues with religion, drinking, self-esteem, depression. They have 2 lead vocalists. One's clean, one's dirty. 2 guitars.
One swears and one doesn't.
One screams and one sings.
Hopefully.
Yep.
in a
One's,
very-
one's more of a Bill Burr.
I
The
kinda
other
like
one
that,
is
yeah.
Bill Engvall.
We have Jim Gaffigan on one side and Dane Cook on the other. No, they put out an album in March, and I had been waiting for it for a long time. Arguably one of my favorite bands of all time.
That's cool. I have to actually give them a shot. I'm going to write this
I
down.
listened to them
They-
like several months ago. Maybe it was when their new album dropped, but I haven't went back. But I have listened to them.
They are fantastic. I have a very sentimental spot for them. And I got to see them for the first time ever at the Argonne about a month ago. And I was in the pit the whole time. And they actually played with Heart Attack Man. So imagine how awesome that was.
Boing.
And then before I kicked to Josh, my brother's band did put out an album.
And you
But it's
didn't
not
make
your
your
favorite.
top
And it
3.
did not
Here
make
we
my
go.
top 3, but it is solid. I don't want to be bored by Well and Good.
But it is solid.
What is it? Name and album name.
Well and Good is the name of the band.
Well plus good.
Well plus good if you're looking it up. And the album is I Don't Want to Be Bored.
Love the
I
name.
never want to be bored.
Yep.
Yeah. So
And a very good
I
band.
never am.
Yeah, and you wouldn't be bored listening to this album. I'm very proud of my brother.
their trajectory from when they started to their big show that they did at X-Ray Arcade, fucking huge.
They are doing very well.
They started off and you could tell they were young, and they're so confident and they have so much energy. Great band.
Cool.
Yeah.
So Josh, whenever your Instagram pops up, it's like 1,000 dudes in a big mosh pit pushing each other.
I go to a lot of I'm 39, but I still go to hardcore punk shows and metal shows all the time.
Everyone's dressed like
But-
Ned Flanders.
Yeah, I did go see Oakley Dokley at X-Ray Arcade, and I'll never forget that night.
I hear they're fantastic.
And I'm glad I saw them because they're on a hiatus, and you don't know if they'll ever get back together. But that band did get shown on Simpsons a while back. They got the love from the Simpsons themselves. Like,
Hard not to.
Yeah.
that was
Marge,
pretty hilarious.
Homer.
It's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Bart,
But
Lisa.
anyways, I listen to so much music, and I've more and more as time goes, I really opened up my mind to a lot more other genres than I used to be. A very strict metalhead kid when I was a kid. I've opened up to the hardcore scene, punk scene. I love a lot of punk, upbeat, aggressive to not aggressive, yeah, and then all sorts of different genres that are just really cool, like, kind of mainstreamy, but I'm not too mainstreamy. It's so mainstream is like so basic to me. You hear it everywhere you go anyway. Anyways, I got a little list too, but I'm gonna go quick. For Brad, thrash metal, a band that is really killing it. Great gym jams.
They're called thrash metal?
Thrash metal is the genre.
Oh.
It's actually a genre a lot of people think is dead, but it's really growing. So the band called Dead Heat, I'm assuming named after the amazing movie with Joe Piscopo, and no one knows. If you like hilarious 80s films, watch it. Dead Heat is so good. And then another band, if you like Rage Against the Machine, who apparently quit again. Surprise, surprise. Incendiary. They are more aggressive, hardcore version. Like, it's almost... I wouldn't say uncanny, but it's so... There's so many ties to Rage and the sound. But it is so good. Like, it's not just like... Yeah, it sounds like a clone. Like, no, these guys are fucking awesome. Their new album, Change the Way You Feel About Pain, is a masterpiece. Probably my number 2 this year. And then next, an oddball, Homefront from Canada. A band that's all over the place, from punk hardcore to sounding like The Cure to Depeche Mode to The Cars, and then kind of heavy. I'd say they're more like, they sound like it kind of sounds somewhat authentic, like it's actually from the 80s, and it's just kind of, it breaks my brain. But it's so cool to me, and that's actually a genre I'm finding out lately that is growing and growing and growing. You're seeing a lot of like synth bands like lately.
Yep.
More and more. But yeah, their new album, Games of Power, is just... It really surprised me a few months ago, and I'm like, what the hell is this? Like, it's so cool. But my favorite is Spiritual Cramp, band I've been following. Yeah. So that name is actually named after this band is like a fun, upbeat, poppy punk band. It kind of sounds like they're out of England, like old school, but it is so catchy. Mm-hmm. And I think this band is going to be the next band on a Taco Bell commercial.
They're that good.
I've heard of them.
This is a trend. Yeah. Turnstile was on Taco Bell commercial on every late night show.
Now it's
they're
Military
huge.
Gun.
Now it's Military Gun.
Yeah.
And they're not even that good. They're okay. But they have some catchy moments in Military Gun shit. Anyways.
Ennio Morricone.
Spiritual Cramp.
Modelo.
Spiritual Cramp is so good. They wear really nice shoes, and they're so fun. And really addicting. Like, they're just, like, the catchy part. They do it so well. And no one really sounds exactly like them right now. And I really see them as the next big the next turnstile for the hardcore punk scene. This band that's just going to blow up out of nowhere.
I'm excited to hear them.
They are like, I was going to go see them last winter, and then it was just a late night, and they were playing with Angel Dust, another really good band, and didn't make it. And I was really mad. And ever since I started listening to them, I got like hooked. And I'm like, damn it, why the fuck didn't I see him? Well, they just played X-Ray in September, and they were fucking phenomenal. They stole the show. It was like, they're going to be playing bigger venues soon, I think. So
X-Ray has been killing it.
They have a
their
great
shows.
lineup. I just bought tickets the other day.
My favorite venue I've been to in Milwaukee, the sound there is better than anywhere else I've been, bar none.
X-Ray Sounds Night wasn't the greatest, but
When I was there, I was blown away by how good it
The
sounded.
Motherfolk show was fantastic.
It depends on who's playing,
Sure.
probably, but the sound for the Motherfolk, well and good, and Social Sig,
Yeah, that was fantastic.
fucking best sound I've ever heard in Milwaukee.
Also,
Really?
Yeah, it was
Linnemans.
amazing.
Linnemans is sneaky good. You wouldn't think so, being such a small venue, but every time I go to Linnemans, it's fucking great.
Now, how do you feel about Promises?
Promises isn't bad.
It's the best place that is hams only bar. For me, anyways. They don't have a draft line, so it is PBRs and hams for me.
High life.
But the Packers play in 90 minutes. We don't have time to dilly-dally too much. But
Let's go on.
we're very excited to announce that Tyler will be making the Raw Dogs playlist for Spotify that will have all of these bands on there. And I am promising that Tyler will have this ready within a week.
I'll do it probably tonight sometime.
I'll send you the actual.
And a shout out to Claire's Raw Dingoes playlist, which I was jamming to the other day. A lot of Australian music I never would have heard, and a lot of fun, like poppy, punk, and
We have a lot of
grungy.
Aussie listeners, don't we?
Not enough, but we do have some great ones.
She's out there doing the Lord's work. She's
best
spreading the
But yeah,
message.
the Raw Dingoes would be our Australian offshoot.
The Raw Dingoes playlist was fantastic. I did listen
Raw
to it. I liked it a lot.
Dingcast.
Yeah, hair of the Dingcast. Our next topic is going to be a weird one. This was, I think, suggested by Tom. Worst anything?
Worst anything?
Oh, I think I suggested
that
This
wasn't
is
mine.
Josh's. Okay, worst anything. Now, this can range anywhere from terrorist attacks to bad video games.
Sure.
Why not?
Dylan, do you want to go first?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
My mom's dead.
This topic is what? Oh, this topic is bad.
That would be the worst thing. I won't get too far into it. That was my hiatus.
That's
from
acceptable.
The podcast.
Acceptable
And
answer.
it was just a
Man, it
short,
really makes the death of E3 seem not that important.
Right. Yeah.
I
Jeff
know,
Keighley.
right?
Wow.
It was a short,
Dodged a
extreme
bullet.
battle with cancer, and frankly, I'm glad it's done, if only for her.
Mm-hmm.
And it's rough, it's shitty, and life goes on, but it's still something that is awful. Also, can I count having to put my dog down soon?
Well, okay, you can count it. I'm not going to tell you you can't, unless
then
you want to save it for next
and
year.
then during Christmas, I got COVID. So can I just say it's the last quarter of last year?
Just the whole year was bad.
No, the other parts were pretty damn good, and I actually really enjoyed myself. But now I'm at a point where I still have long COVID symptoms, where everything affects me too much. My circulation's weird.
It's fucking weird, dude. So many things.
Like my hands get colder than they should, and like pure exhaustion. Even right now, I'm running on what's essentially empty, and I slept for probably 10 hours last night. So then I get to go back to work in the morning.
Yeah.
So I'm just putting this all on the heap. If I got to burn this fire of worst anything, that's all of it.
Yeah.
Following up from the death of your mom, the worst thing that I have of last year is the Titan submersible incident.
Oh, come on. That was fun.
I thought it was, I mean, it was fun to talk about, but it's just crass billionaires being dumbasses.
Well, and then
I mean, at least
yeah.
it was funny.
Well,
But
it's horrifying. It's actually a situation where if you're a feeling, empathetic human being,
Yes.
you can imagine that shit.
There was people down there that, they like went with their dad.
I know.
And I don't know, just reading more and more about how unsafe and how unregulated and how stupid it was, horrifying.
They used carbon plating on the fucking submersible.
They used a fucking video game controller.
I know.
An off-brand one.
They used the Mad Cats.
They had a Mad Cats for
Wasn't
that.
it? Wasn't it a Logitech?
It was something bad. It was,
I think it was a Logitech.
I think it was too.
yeah. I mean,
do it.
I didn't know how serious to go with this, so that's
Sure.
what I went with.
Well, I mean, a bunch of people turning into human toothpaste is a pretty rough one.
Yeah.
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 That and Gollum, the video game.
Why'd you start with me?
I didn't know. How am I to know?
Right.
How am I to know?
I think the media's treatment of Taylor Swift. No, just kidding.
I'm like, I didn't even know it was bad.
Yeah, I don't even know. I don't even know where
Seems
to
like
go
she's
with
getting
this.
a
But
lot of press
yeah,
anyway.
Dylan, I think you win this category.
Yeah, well, I
As
don't
far
think
as winning,
Hey.
yeah.
I don't
but
think winning's the goal.
Yeah.
no. But my, absolutely condolences to everything you've gone through. That sucks. So
Peace, Tammy. We love you.
we love you, Tammy.
I love you.
So yeah, I was gonna say Portuguese healthcare, just because I had to experience that when we on a trip.
What happened? Or if you want to talk about it, but if you have something else.
Now hold on, was it like bloodletting and leeches?
Very close.
There was a priest.
There should have been.
I'm just here to give you last rites. In
Yeah.
case.
And Kate's like, he's fine.
Yeah. So I experienced like some severe hydration for like the first time like ever, and I had to go to the
Severe hydration
or dehydration.
Okay.
He was overwatered.
I wish I was overwatered, although very dangerous as well. Yeah, I had to go to basically the emergency room on this tiny little island, and my girlfriend, who is a nurse, so we just thought it was going to be, kind of routine.
Is she just yelling no at everyone?
Yeah, pretty much. That there was an obvious language barrier. All I wanted was fluids, and just to get me somewhat right again.
Yeah.
And the good thing is, it only cost me $51. So thank you.
that rules.
So thank you, healthcare.
What's it? What they got you an IV?
It was an IV, but it wasn't like any. It wasn't any fluids.
Was it
it was
just
soda. It was
really?
Yeah, just
What,
soda.
it was, just sodium.
Saline.
Well, I mean, that's like Gatorade, man. Feels great.
I mean, yeah, but it was like no tests, no like checking of heart rate or like any like the customary stuff that we go through, usually in like the US. So, and to find out if I was hydrated or not, they did the whole pinch the skin kind of method, which is what my mom did back in like 1970 fucking 2. So
how did your skin pinch?
So you're saying
they said I wasn't dehydrated. So,
well.
And I'm just like, no.
They failed a perception check.
Portuguese
They did.
healthcare
Yeah,
is on
true.
par with rural Wisconsin in the 70s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did they ask you how many beers you drink and then shame you when you give them the answer?
What? No.
Because that's American healthcare step one.
That very
Two drinks a week. Fuck you, Dr. Brewer.
Yeah.
His name was Dr. Brewer. That's true.
So yeah,
You, my medical practitioner, who told me I got to stop drinking so much.
Okay, Doogie Howser.
All right, you're younger than me.
so yeah, that was probably my biggest disappointment of the
Portuguese
year.
healthcare.
Portuguese healthcare.
Man, that's
like,
wow.
But you got that sweet IV, man, and I bet you felt great after.
God damn, a little bit better. We'll say it wasn't a total bust.
So worst anything, huh?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to be like that. I guess I'm going to go full old man with this and stop making stupid fucking people famous, you fucking idiots. Please stop watching people who...
Can you give examples?
There's
Who was
that
in 23, yeah.
Aaron Rodgers?
fucking loser kid. I don't know his name, and no one should know his name, but he's a little fucking tiny dude.
Gary Coleman?
And he has security guards that follow him around, and basically all he does is live stream his life, and he fucks with people in real life to get them to fight him, and then his bodyguard beats the shit out of them, and he makes money. That's what this guy does.
Sounds like they need to get knifed.
On top of that, there's a whole legion of stupid fucking idiots who are out there in public at stores doing dumb shit to service workers for clout and money, and it irritates the fuck out of me.
Yeah.
Stop fucking with people who are not making enough money to support their families or even be able to live comfortably. It's hard out there for everybody right now, and these rich fucking entitled pieces of shit, they get to fuck with us and get away with it and make more money based off of it because you think it's funny is not right. Treat people the way you want to be treated and stop with the fucking TikTok, Instagram, reel bullshit.
Yeah.
If you want to be a content creator, create content that people can ingest, learn from, or just be entertained by that doesn't involve
Like soup
someone
and
else.
cheese.
Don't manipulate.
Exactly. Don't go to Home Depot
This kind of
and
shit will get you
fucking try to
killed.
do a water slide.
You
Yeah.
fuck with the wrong person.
One-
It can be your last breath.
Yeah,
One
problem
of
is that we
them-
watched Jackass and they took a dump at Home Depot and it was really funny.
One of the
that was
streamers
amazing,
got
dude.
shot. He tried to prank somebody, and the
saw
dude
that.
got scared and shot
No
him.
mercy.
And nobody felt bad.
But that was
Did anybody have video of that?
Yeah. It's video because they were the guys were filming it trying to fuck with the guy and then they got shot.
I agree with it.
I mean, this has been a problem
I agree too.
in our society with social media for a long time. Look at the Paul brothers. But it grinds my gears that there's actually people who create shit in this world that is artistic or information or whatever the fuck.
As long as it keeps selling, they're going to keep making it.
And it bothers me. And maybe it's because I'm getting old and I'm the old man yelling at clouds now.
How old are you, like 27 now?
31.
What?
Yeah.
I think the main problem is that there is the way that the world is currently, there is new, like, anarcho kind of humor, I would describe it as, and the, like, Gen Z especially is really into it because they're, like, the world is burning, what do we have to care about? And this is what we're going to do from now on, regardless of the consequences. And this is a beast that has been in the making for a long time. Millennials had a bit of it. And I know it because I feel it in my heart.
Well,
but
it's like, I mean, every reality show is just based on stupid drama. Whoever makes the biggest fuss is going to get the most screen time. Who's going to make the most money? And that's
directly translated to whoever gets the biggest reaction in public is going to make the most money because your reels will get viewed more. And it's just sad. And it makes me angry. And I think it's the worst.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that guy that got naked and jumped into the water at like a sporting goods store the other day was trending #1 on Twitter. That's where we're at. And that was trending under shrinkage.
Because he had a small peenie.
Yeah, he had a small peenie.
That's awesome.
A baby carrot.
I think Twitter could qualify as most disappointing.
Well, because
Twitter's
rebranding to X and $70 billion loss in value, or 70% loss in valuation this year.
Yeah.
That's on my list.
Well,
the
that's
worst of 23 is Twitter's now X.
Is that your choice?
No, it's just one.
Guys, let's not diss reality TV. I've got a new show coming out on the TLC, the Learning Channel. If you didn't know,
Yeah, it's called Florida Dylan.
no, it's called The Fart Guys, and all they do is fart.
Josh, what's your worst thing?
Yeah. Dylan's idea.
Aaron Rodgers, not because of the words he apparently says, but he was a fucking flop for the Jets. It's kind of funny. But
Aaron Rodgers in general could be a good one though.
I think he's actually on point most of the time, and he doesn't. A lot of things that's said about him is the media saying it. There's no evidence in saying any of these things.
Well,
Except when he's on Pat
Except
McAfee
when he
saying it
does.
out loud.
Sure.
But when he says it, then it's
If you're
him.
talking that old COVID stuff, I could care less.
Yeah. Separate the art from the artist.
Yeah, that dude's one of the best stories of all time. Anyways, the movie Megan, Air. There's a hot take.
You didn't
Air
like-
sucked.
I didn't see it.
Air did suck.
Everyone loves it.
I heard Ben Affleck made a lot of money.
You didn't
though.
like Air? I thought
Air
it was good.
fucking
was
sucked.
And you just reminded me of a movie that I actually watched this year. All right.
Air. Everything happens exactly how you know it happens, and you think it's gonna happen, and nothing is a surprise, and it fucking sucks.
And
I wish I could get the 2 hours back from that. Like, it fucking sucked.
He's absolutely right.
It is hard.
Hot
hard
take.
to
Everyone
disagree.
loves it. It's high IMDb rating, like 7.69. And I'm
Disagree.
like, how? It's fucking lame. It's like the worst movie ever.
I gave it a 2.
I gave it
Out of 10.
I gave it a get the
Wow.
fuck out of here.
I like Josh's skill better.
Yeah.
The fuck! It shouldn't have been made. It shouldn't have been made.
They made a lot of money.
If no one got shanked in the background, there's nothing interesting happens.
Especially since you know how the movie's going to end.
Yeah.
So where's the conflict?
And then when they go, oh, I got this
It's like
perfect
every
design.
but it's like every biopic.
That's a lot of movies, though. Even like
biopics generally go that
Killers
way.
of the Flower Moon. I knew what was going to happen.
They build the whole drama of this movie on if Nike's going to get the deal. We all know. That's the basis of the problem.
I was
That's what
sitting
we're
there
supposed to care
laughing
about.
and yelling at the TV. Are you fucking kidding me? They
I just
made
wanted
this?
to see Ben Affleck's toes.
I mean, sure. But
I have a new worst anything. It's Dylan's comment on Ben Affleck's.
so when they go to the design, like the main thing about the movie is the Air Jordan shoe. He goes, I got the perfect design, and it's just there. It's like, you didn't explain why this design is so unique, you know? Like, I didn't even know if they showed the shoe. It's like, I felt like they left out the whole middle there, but like nothing interesting happened. No one got shot.
It's like your Bohemian Rhapsody.
No one got shot. No one got shanked. No one got
got shot.
There's nobody doing coke throughout it in a shoe. You know, I don't know. There's no one partying with shoes on. I don't know. It's
And they
boring.
make Matt Damon seem to be like this gambler, so you're like, oh, he's going to be like risking his life savings.
Did you know the whole time it was Matt Damon that came up with the MJ shoe?
Really?
No.
That would have been great. That would have been great.
Twist
After he
turn.
helped make the atomic bomb, he went and made a shoe.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
My
I agree
step
with
grandpa worked on the atomic bomb.
Josh, your last name is Oppenheimer, right?
Mueller. It's Italian.
He's a double agent.
That actually confirms everything I thought about that movie.
Our
I haven't seen that.
I know.
our next category,
Yeah.
TV show or series of the year.
Are we just gonna zip through this?
We can go
No, we're
fast.
not gonna-
Just.
Because I think everyone, like, I think half of us are gonna have the same thing.
I don't believe so,
I
but
doubt it.
Really?
quick little.
We probably all
Comments.
know what I'm going to pick, right? The Last of Us.
Oh yeah.
Me too. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Everyone's
It was
seen
great.
it. It's cool. It's great. Anything you want to say?
Pedro Pascal is fucking awesome.
It was very good.
Fucking awesome, man.
Bella Ramsey is a great Ellie.
Yeah, fantastic show.
Yep.
Nailed it.
I thought
Great chemistry between those two.
way better than a video game.
That second
No.
Way better than a
No.
video game.
that second episode with Nick Offerman.
Yeah, that was good.
I actually couldn't watch more of the series after that. I had to wait for some to build up because I even told my wife that episode ruined me as a human being.
That better win a lot of awards.
He won an Emmy. or
I
whatever.
was so touched by that story that like
the,
it was
the
indescribable.
Two boys together.
Yeah, the two-
Yes,
the homo plot.
That's right. The zombie fucking.
I don't know their
No,
names,
yeah.
so
No, yeah, it was. But like, what's so interesting
Specify.
about what this series did that the game could not and would not do is actually truly tell side stories. You can't do it when
Right.
the game is like a third person focused in. Like you have to be focused on the characters you're playing as. But like that episode really proved to me like, oh, they're doing something. They actually know what they're doing.
Building on the mythos.
They're building on the mythos, but the mythos didn't follow it 1-to-1. It was kind of
Right.
twisted in the right ways to make this a little more like interesting because the episode
Super touching.
Well, the episode starts out with like this this love story.
No, the episode starts out with what everyone would be like, this dude is the biggest survivor. He's such a man.
Yeah.
Oh, It's just great because it's so like he's
Yep.
the doodliest dude you've ever met, and the twist of him not being able to express himself in the real world and
Yeah.
finding someone in this scenario to open himself up. It's great. It was one of the most perfect portrayals of love.
It was a good
I
thing
think so,
they
yeah.
changed it from the first game too.
I thought a lot
it
of
was
their
a real 180.
They treated
like, what?
Yeah.
What was the name of that
Okay.
character?
Nick
Swanson.
Offerman. No, that's Ron Swanson.
Ron Swanson. No, I think it's
Bill.
It's not it's Bill.
Samsonite.
Bill.
In that one, they treat his homosexuality as a joke, where Ellie's driving in the car and she's like, "Oh, check out this," and it's like she got porno mags from him on the way to like
Fuck
their
yeah.
next location.
Porn.
Wow, how does he walk with that thing?
Yeah, exactly.
I was at an antique store yesterday and they just had a big stack of Playboys in the common area. I'm like, is this right?
I fucking love that.
It's
man.
art, man.
Well, I mean, it's also like
Do you put gloves on?
Antiquities.
no, I didn't touch them. They look sketchy.
Couldn't
Right.
even open it.
Yeah.
I would touch.
I
it.
like a good used.
So we got Last of Us.
Yeah, I could probably guess yours.
Josh.
Oh, there you go, Last of Us. I mean, there's a few other shows. Gen V I just finished last
Oh,
week.
good
Gen
show.
V
It was
is
good.
very good.
It's good. It's not
It's
boys.
solid.
It's not the boys,
not
but
as
it's
good as
very
the
good.
boys. It's
Just
not
wanted to
as good.
mention it. Fall of the House of Usher is unique and cool. The Bear I watched and I didn't like it like everyone else did.
I didn't see the
Sick of his
second season
stupid
yet.
bitch face.
Also,
Who's that?
This the
Jeremy
main
Allen
character.
White? Oh.
I'm so sad and angry, and I was wondering why he's so ripped. Like, who's this? Like,
Because he's playing. Because he's doing a professional.
because he's a
wrestler.
professional wrestling movie,
Yeah.
which I can't wait to see on Tuesday. But I'm like, why is he kind of like jacked for like he's got that
He's a
like
restaurateur.
He's got resting bitch face like.
I'm gonna have a problem watching that. I've worked in
Yeah,
kitchens,
you're
much
not
like
gonna like it.
Tyler over here.
They do sensationalize a lot of things.
And no, I hear that
Yeah,
they
like washing
do.
their hands. They don't do that in the real world.
Yeah,
Some
who's got
places
time for
actually
that?
don't.
Yep.
Be careful.
Coming into lettuce.
One of the things I've heard though is that people have actually like watched the show Who Are Chefs and they've just been like, because I haven't watched it, but other people have, and they're just like, okay, that's not how you cook that. Like at all. That you're literally doing the wrong thing for this. And I understand that it's it's fiction, whatever.
Yeah.
But I also I think the guy is a
But-
hunk. I'll tell you this much. I think he's a hunk of a man. But
This is
He
not
must
this is
work
not the hunk
out.
of a man award though.
He must work out.
I just
the
can't.
kitchen.
I can't do it because kitchens. When I'm cooking on my own, I feel a sense of peace, and like I feel like I'm doing something, and I know what I'm doing, and I'm very solid in that. And when I watch shows where it's like I just get so fucking stressed out.
Oh, this show's
Do you remember
gonna
the sound of a
stress you the
ticket
fuck
Yeah.
out.
coming out after you have 5 orders too many already? And there's a part of me that knows that I would be so anxious.
Don't watch it.
I can't.
Dude, no,
I can't.
and that's fine. Just don't watch it.
If I ran my own restaurant and I had like a system, I could do it again. But I will never work for anyone
he's
else.
stressed out in that whole show, and it's just kind of annoying. I'm like, I don't like watching this. I'm kind of irritated watching this stressed out dude.
Yeah. I like the premise of the show. I hear there's some fabulous acting.
Was that your pick, Josh?
Not the bear.
No, you went with The Last of Us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hands down.
But
nothing
you were
else is
mentioning
good
the bear.
that I've watched anyway. It's worth because people are like raving about it, but it's not good. I don't think
Dylan, what was your pick?
What do you guys think it was?
the bear.
Follow the House of
The
Usher?
bears are gonna fucking lose.
I was thinking about that.
You don't even know yet.
No, I do know.
Okay.
There is one actual answer.
One Piece.
Yes.
Below
Thank
Deck
you.
I
Mediterranean.
want to watch it.
One Piece.
Below Deck Mediterranean. One of these times you'll get that time.
I was blown away by One Piece. I was completely taken off of my because generally I was pretty on guard for this thing. I think there's something about a live action anime adaptation that really just sits in my throat and just doesn't. It's like a cough you can't get rid of.
It has to do so much goodwill to
Yeah.
get past all of the bad will it has because of
Yeah.
all of the horrible adaptations that have happened with every single anime.
Every single one. And now they're kind of figuring out how to do it. The
And
problem,
video game adaptations as well. Like
Exactly.
adaptations, they're finally realizing just let the creators make stuff.
Exactly. Don't like. Oh, we're pouring more beer here. Hold on.
Is this another dark beer?
Nope.
It's fine.
Pretty light.
And what was great about this one is they do things differently. They make choices. They chose a stellar cast. I was worried because the world is so full of wacky, weird things. I didn't know how it was going to progress from being a manga, which I've been reading since I was 9 years fucking old, to
It's that old?
came out in 1997.
Isn't there so much One Piece like?
Isn't it like the longest
Stuff.
running?
My last time I saw my brother,
it's
he's like,
close.
I'm working through it. I'm on
No,
episode
the-
600. I was
The
like,
first
Jesus.
one. The first one is. Forgive me if I get the name wrong. It's a boxing manga called Ashita no Joe, and that's been going for over 1,500 chapters.
Wow.
Yeah, but One Piece is very.
Can't even count to that.
But here's the thing: One Piece is like very special to me, and the problem is that I was going into it thinking I was going to hate it, but I kept an open mind, and the further along I got, I'm like, well, that's silly, and then I was like, oh, but that's kind of cool. Oh, that effect actually worked. Oh, you're actually doing this right. And then as it went along, I'm like, well, they just did the entire East Blue saga. Well, okay. Like, you fucking nailed it on the head. The guy who plays Luffy's great. My favorite character is in the world. Like, my favorite character of all time is Sanji from One Piece. And he's a cook, and he's really good at kicking. But the guy who they got to play him, he's phenomenal. Everyone rocks it so hard in this.
Awesome.
And I'm curious to see what they do in the future because I can't picture a better
Are they
version of
they
this.
making a 2-piece?
That was good.
only if they lost enough weight.
I just got best sound.
Got to be comfortable with that midriff.
That's spring break, yeah.
I would recommend everyone going to watch One Piece.
I liked One Piece.
It's honestly it is like a good approximation of what I would want from this. And I was going to do the Fall of House of Usher because that also kind of blew me away.
Yeah.
But One Piece, just for its pure imagination, it had total creative control from the creator himself, Ichiro Oda. It's just so you guys know.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
And
yeah,
That's good.
I think they slapped against the wall. I think it's also got better representation. They don't treat the gay jokes as because the 90s.
Is it easy to watch if you haven't watched anything?
Yes,
Cool.
because it's literally the beginning of the series.
I plan on watching it.
So-
It looks possibly fun.
I would recommend it. I think there's a lot of charm. I think I watched it 3 times. If that says anything to anyone, I don't know.
Usually people watch things like series once.
So that means you watched it 3 times.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah. I also like that they made the Fishmen an allegory for black people.
Okay, speaking of allegories for black people, Tom, what was your favorite series?
Oh God.
What a segue.
Yeah. Okay.
Below Deck.
Below Deck.
Oh God, that turned really dark.
Oh, God.
Oh yeah. That. Okay.
Barely Legal Teens 9.
Nothing to do with anything else. Okay, so 2023, I did watch a lot of TV, but it was a lot of catching up. I did a whole like Breaking Bad rewatch with Better Call Saul, just all in one swath kind of thing. So that took up a lot of my TV time. But I did watch. I watched The Last of Us. I thought it was pretty good. I think my favorite thing that I watched was the Netflix show Beef. If you guys
Beef
watched
was
that.
amazing.
Yeah,
I watched
solid.
that too.
That was on my short list.
Yeah.
I haven't even touched it. What is it?
It's not about food.
Right. Yeah.
Well, that's fine.
It's Ali Wong and Stephen Yoon.
Yep.
Right. Are the 2 leads, and it's basically the show starts. I think Ali Wong cuts off Stephen Yoon in the middle of like a Home Depot parking lot as they're trying to leave.
Because she's having a really bad day, and then he's having a bad day.
Yes, and it just turns into like I'm gonna find out who she is, and I'm gonna fucking make her life hell, and then everybody retaliates.
It's why I get scared when Carly honks at random drivers.
Yeah. So it just keeps amplifying and amplifying throughout the series, but at the same time, you get to see glimpses into their personal lives, and you realize these 2 people who are just trying to fucking just hurt and kill each other, who are basically strangers, are actually meant to be together. You know, like they probably
Spoiler warning.
Oh, they want to
be
fuck.
they want to fuck.
Episode 10, the final episode, if it was 10 or whatever,
Yeah, I
the
can't
last
remember.
episode, fucking insane.
Oh yeah, yes, yeah.
Not what you expect.
I don't
No.
remember, and I did enjoy it.
Did you watch the whole thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's when
I really enjoyed it.
there's a I don't want to spoil anything. Check out Beef. It is very good.
Yes, and it was like the first time I realized that they finally, I think they figured out the optimum like episode length for a Netflix bingeable series, because every show is around 39 minutes to 40 minutes, and I kept thinking like that's just the right amount of time where it doesn't seem like every
I
episode's
appreciate
too
that.
long.
You binge
but you
it
can
quicker.
still fit in more than like an average like 20, 30 minute episode.
Do you need 10 hours, really?
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Beef for me.
It's not Follow the House of Usher for me.
That's what I was going to guess.
Surprisingly, I do love that show. Big fan of Mike and Jamie Flanagan. We were fortunate enough to have Jamie Flanagan as a guest this year, which was great. Loved it. Not my favorite series of theirs, though. It's a little too disjointed. Full of dread. Very good. My pick of favorite TV show of the year is Succession.
Ooh,
Oh fuck!
I forgot.
I changed my answer. God damn it!
I didn't finish
I love Succession.
Everyone's raving about it, and I
Do not spoil
I don't know
it.
anything about it.
Oh man. Oh man.
It's a great ending. It's a perfect ending. I will just say we started season 1 this year.
Oh really?
We started season 1 shortly after season 4 ended. And it's one of those, everyone talks about The Sopranos. I should probably watch it, which I still haven't. But it's one of those that everyone talks about. So I'm like, it's there. We watched an episode. And if it wasn't for Dear Sweet Greg in season 1, I probably wouldn't have gotten through it. Because it's like watching something in another language. Because they're so rich. They're so detached.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
But it's fun. And that's the thing. It's like they're shitty, but it's kind of like fun. And then by the time it gets to season 4, their shittiness and their fun is having really big effects on elections and media and politics. And it's watching a very serious train wreck. And to see it, the ending, I won't spoil anything, but I thought the ending stuck it hard, which
Same
is
here.
very tough to do
was one
with
of
the
the-
beloved show. It's like as good as a Breaking Bad ending. It's like,
Yeah, it's really hard to stick an ending like
Man,
that.
just-
And I did think it was no perfect.
I hear I would like the character Shiv.
yeah, I think you would like her.
Probably.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Greg is my hero though.
This
Greg
is
and
all I
Tom-
know of the show.
Greg and Tom Wamsgans
Someone
are
told me.
Yeah.
the best.
I've seen
So it's great to see that show just kind of like not stick around, know when it's time to get out. I think that's all the better for it. Like Breaking Bad,
shows do need to learn when it's
end.
time to go.
Yes.
Tell a succinct story. Give me the meat of it and make it good. Don't linger. Don't bloat.
And
tell a solid story.
Succession is a rare show that I thought that just it kept getting better and better and better and better to that last season is probably one of the most perfect seasons of TV I've ever seen.
Which is why I'm putting it at my TV show of the
Great
year.
pick.
And the listener's choice, they went with Last of Us.
Good choice, though.
Smart
Great
guy.
choice.
Can I do a backup? Not a backup.
As we have,
I just have a
70 minutes, you have 30 seconds.
okay. So the Frasier reboot, they stole my idea.
What?
Okay.
Those fucking bastards.
20 seconds for Frasier reboot talk.
Okay, so in the
scrambled
Frasier
eggs?
reboot, he moves back to Boston. He doesn't go back to Cheers for some fucking reason. I don't really even fucking know.
The bar closed.
But
Hard times. Inflation.
No, it's not. It's still open. It's still open in canon. It's all the writers say so. Also, I'm wondering, because my pitch was that it was him, and then it was him reconnecting with his son, and I wanted to call it Cheers 2. And now they're just calling it Frasier, and now it's just a continuation of Frasier. I want everyone else there too. I want to see Ted dancing.
Cheers
Where's
to
Diane?
Cheers 2 does sound like the worst title for a show.
What
I
if you
just wanna
did
see
Cheers
George Wendt.
to you?
That
I don't know.
happened?
No,
They
but
made- they made that?
they stole my idea about
Yeah.
him becoming a teacher. They stole that from me.
Shit,
I
man.
know they did. I came up with this pitch 10 years ago, and I almost did.
And where do you think it came from?
It came
They
from me.
knew.
They came from me. I don't know.
They knew.
I wrote it down somewhere. That's
They're
all I know.
watching you, man.
And I'm telling you that this Frasier reboot, it's fine. I have a lot of problems with it. I hate his fucking nephew.
We'll save it for the Frasier cast.
Save it for the Frasier cast. It's fine.
Fuck his
but I'm
nephew.
telling you, they stole my idea.
Fuck Frasier's nephew.
Frasier's nephew sucks.
Fuck him.
Fuck that dude.
Daphne wouldn't let him turn out to be just like Niles.
Surprise category. Best hair change of the year goes to Tyler. Wow, your hair is looking great.
Whoa. Best hair! Yay!
I worked really hard on that.
Flip it around.
Runner up is Josh's armpits.
Give us the sex.
Yes.
Ooh. Oh, he blew it off.
Next top, we're getting to the bigger meat and potatoes. Movie of the year.
Oh boy.
Easy peasy.
We will talk about video games at some point. We promise. Who wants to go first for movie of the year?
I can knock it out real fast.
I'll do it.
Because this year,
It's Rebel Moon for all of us, right?
I went to film school. You would think
yeah.
that I watched a lot of movies, but
Oh,
for
film school.
some reason this year, I watched nothing. I watched no new movies. I watched all older movies that I needed to catch up
You saw
on.
Diet Light 7
I hear
times.
that.
I went to a lot of shows. I listened to a lot of podcasts. And for some reason, movies and television kind of fell to the wayside. So all the big ones of the year, I haven't seen. I haven't seen Oppenheimer, Barbie, any of them. So I have to go with the one new movie that I know I did see that, in retrospect, I do enjoy.
Air.
Evil Dead Rise. Saw it in theaters opening night.
Okay.
I judged it too harshly when I first saw it, but I do thoroughly enjoy the movie.
Okay.
The two female leads were fantastic.
I want to throw it over to Josh because I'm sure you have some opinions on Evil Dead.
Evil Dead.
Well, all
One
the
of
franchise.
my favorite fucking horror franchise series ever.
Did
So
you
you
like
do-
Rise?
I liked it. It's definitely on the bottom of the list of all the Evil Deads,
I
but
agree.
that doesn't mean it's bad. A lot of people dog the 2010 or the 10 years ago movie, and that's actually fucking so good.
That's one of my top.
That was at a time when horror movies were not going there,
one with Jane Levy.
and they fucking went there.
2013.
Eugene Levy plays the young girl.
It's Hugh Grant.
He's like, guys,
Grant's
why don't
in
you fuck some
everything.
pies?
Hugh Grant was good in Dungeons and Dragons.
That was a
Evil
really
Dead
good show.
Rise is on my list. It's good. It's
He was great in Paddington, too.
but yo,
As well.
Godzilla,
I heard that
Godzilla
as-
-1. Watch that now.
I've heard that's really good,
That's
and it was on a lot of top lists of the year.
I will say, the story is good, but I felt like kind of in the middle. There's like a lengthy okay, I could use a little bit more. What's the term?
Foreplay.
Yeah, a little Godzilla foreplay.
Little finger blast.
Make Josh wet before
the
you
term
bring in
for
the
giant
Godzilla.
monster creatures.
yeah.
Kaiju.
Kaiju. You could use a little more kaiju in the middle here.
Yeah, it's kaiju. In case you didn't know, Dylan.
Thanks, Brad.
But anywho,
Thank you.
It's Japanese.
I heard.
yeah, there's that lengthy part in the middle.
It sounds
but man,
exotic.
It's like
dude,
an anime.
guys, shut the fuck up. Talk. So like, no, it's good. Like the Godzilla scenes are like, oh fuck, like.
Is it a baby Godzilla at all? Because it's the first one, right? It's the prequel. Because
It's whatever you want.
If there's a baby Godzilla, that sounds hella cute.
He's a big fucking baby.
I intended to watch this movie.
No, like
I really
it's
wanted
just
to.
it feels a little different than all the American version ones, which I did
Have
like.
you watched the?
I like
Toho
Kongzilla.
ones?
Which one?
Have you watched like the Toho ones from like the 50s and 60s?
Godzilla minus
Oh, yeah.
Godzilla
I used
minus
to
one
rent
is in
them.
the vein of those, right? It's in the Japanese canon.
No, it is.
But
it's in Japanese.
But it's
Raymond
it's
Burr.
modern. It's modern
subtitles, which cool
You prefer it to the Matthew Broderick piece?
masterpiece due to the
take. The
soundtrack.
Earthworm
Yeah,
biologist.
the soundtrack.
No schmelter here. Anywho,
Come with me. I had that on cassette.
Oh yeah, I got
Puff Daddy.
I got
at
a
the
book
time.
from the Scholastic Book Fair, the making of the Godzilla movie.
I stole the
It's the highest rated book of all time.
I stole
trying
that
to
VHS from one of my mom's ex-boyfriends because it had the eye on it. It was textured, and I stole it from him.
Your mom's so
God.
cool. She's got so many ex.
We should do that. We should do that on
Yeah, a couple.
We should do that on Popcorn Dogs.
I'd do it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So -1 Zilla was just like the scenes with Godzilla.
Was it
are
-0?
Fucking awesome. It's actually, I was like, what the fuck does the name mean? It means Godzilla
It's
fucking
Japanese.
lost one.
Well, it's,
No, what it means is
Humans won. Zilla
Was it
minus
the day
one.
before? Or like,
my understanding is that after Hiroshima and Nagasaki, they were already brought down to 0, and then after Godzilla comes in, it drops them even below 0.
Okay, sure.
that's they have a more it's a more elegant.
Maybe that
title,
is
and,
it, but they don't explain
that's exactly
that.
right. Yeah,
Yeah, that was what I had heard.
I like
somewhere.
that it's a period piece. I have not seen it. I really want to, but I have to wait, unfortunately, until it comes out on video.
yeah.
I watched it in the IMAX thing. The IMAX thing.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I want to check.
I
it
thought
out
that
too.
was worth seeing. And it surprised me. It was fucking awesome.
I saw a lot of movies this year. I saw all of them that were like contenders, pretty much.
Oh fuck,
Barbie.
Loved
yeah.
Barbie.
Barbie's rules.
Oppenheimer was pretty good.
Barbie's fine.
Saltburn is overrated but good. Barry Keoghan is amazing. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse is great. Killers of the Flower Moon is in that classic genre of films
Gotta
of
see that,
amazing movies I will never watch twice.
Right.
Carly was super sad at that one, but my John Wick Chapter 4, fucking great movie.
Oh my god,
Oh, I forgot about that.
I forgot about
That's
chapter 4.
23?
Yep, and that was the
That was
best.
not on any list I saw.
Best stairway fight
Action
in the
movies
world.
don't get enough love.
I think
they're twice.
I know.
2 of the best stairway
I
fights
know.
in the world.
You know,
And
that,
The Killer-
that might be mine too. I don't know.
And The Killer with David Fincher, another
That
great
was
one.
so-
Oh, I watched that. Yeah.
But my pick is The Boy and the Heron from Hayao Miyazaki.
I still have to see it.
A Confident Master comes back,
Wait,
and
what is it?
The Boy and the Heron from the
Never
creators
heard
of
of it.
like Howl's Moving Castle, Princess Mononoke, Porco Rosso.
Is he still with Studio Ghibli?
Yes,
He
well,
is
he is
Studio
Studio
Ghibli.
Ghibli.
I didn't know if it was like the Kojima thing.
No. He owns his own studio.
Okay, I
yeah.
thought so.
Yes.
I'll just read a little bit of the tagline. A young boy named Mahito, yearning for his mother, ventures into a world shared by the living and the dead. It's fucking. Don't go in knowing anything else.
I have
the
shivers-
twists
I
and
have shivers
turns.
knowing.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
and it's beautiful. And yeah, if you have a chance, I was giggling in the theater. At Carly's like, it's not. No one else is laughing. It's not a funny part. I'm like, these old ladies. Just the way they're moving is so great.
There's such a thing that
There's
Miyazaki-
such physical comedy
it's
in his
physical
characters.
comedy. But people don't laugh at physical comedy anymore. It has to be a joke or a punchline, and that's something that Miyazaki does so well. Did you know he actually wants to make a Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind sequel?
Well, this is his last movie. Again, the third time.
He's saying that he will come back to do that one because that's like his first big hit.
Okay. Is that, yeah, I heard he was having like the second thoughts of like, yeah.
Now he's having it again. I don't think this man is ever going to stop. And I thought that when The Wind Rises.
He is yielding,
Came
though.
out.
This is the first time that he has let some of the other creators take the lead on certain scenes, and he would come in and check on it. But as far as him not going in and just dictating every single thing, he's actually yielding control, which is good. Maybe we will get more content from him. But no, this is a master doing one of their greatest works.
That would probably be mine if I had my laurels and I went out to theaters, which I hate. So
Yeah.
I just can't do a theater.
Tom?
Yeah. Also, another year of, or this was a year of not seeing a lot of the recent movies. So, besides some of the bigger ones. So I'm going to be the basic bitch here and say that I love Barbie. I also loved our Oppenheimer. But I'd give the nod to Barbie. I thought
Really?
it was very
Barbie rules.
It was fun.
It's very smart.
It was that good, but it was fun.
subversive.
There is
Great.
a point where she meets the original Barbie in like a side
Quest.
vault side quest thing.
She meets the creator.
The creator.
The creator, no, the one who based the model off of her daughter.
Yeah, yes.
Right.
Yep, Rhea
So
Perlman.
yeah. And I liked that, but I also had problems when it came to despite the fact that they were self-referential and made fun of themselves, they also were a little. It was almost too corporate in the way that they did it.
Well, when you're making a movie based on a fucking
I know.
most popular toy in the
Yeah.
world, but the fact that Greta Gerwig, they start off with a giant 2001: A Space Odyssey reference about the evolution out of animal to man, and the whole point is trying to get down to what it means to be a woman, which we are the least qualified people in the world.
Yeah.
Just so everyone knows.
Clearly.
I love it though. It's so smart the way the Kens discover about the male-dominated societies. The Mojo Dojo Caso House, I could watch this shit all day. It's so funny.
And actually, in my early 20s, my house was known as the Mojo Dojo, so it really hit home. But yeah, I mean, to Dylan, to your point, there were a little bit, I don't know.
The soundtrack.
The soundtrack's great.
soundtrack
Dua Lipa.
was, yeah.
Come on, give me a break.
I wanna push you around.
They do Xbox 20.
And when the girls everyone just switch guys and really fuck with them.
They're like, I learned this song for you, and everyone just starts singing.
Do they
Push
sing-
by Matchbox 20?
Oh my God, sign me up.
That's hilarious.
Dude, watch it. It's so good.
It's on Max now.
It's uproariously.
But I also give Mattel credit. I mean, I could see any other if I were the president of the fucking toy company that owned Barbie, I'd be like, no, we're not going there.
We're doing
not
safe.
gonna. Yeah, exactly. And
well, Barbie's been on the decline in terms of production.
so I got to give them credit for at least allowing this to
free
happen.
reign kind of thing.
Barney is getting a movie by A24.
Oh, please look at me. I hope it's actually the next Godzilla -1.
Barbie -1.
He's gonna join the Kong Godzilla universe.
I think one of my favorite
that might
jokes
save
was
it.
when someone calls Barbie a fascist and she's sitting on the bench and she's like, "But I don't own the means of productions or the railways."
And I thought that
It ends on the best line. I loved it.
we won't spoil.
No.
But it's. I'm like, what is it going to be? And it was a perfect ending.
Absolutely.
Mad props to the Kens as well. The actor for
Ryan
Shang-Chi, I forget his name.
Oh yes. Oh my god.
Is he the?
He's the second.
He's one of the
Ken.
Kens.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't see any of those movies.
When he's being the butt of the joke, he's so funny. Shang-Chi was a little too serious, and then Ncuti Gatwa, the new Doctor Who, was one of the Kens.
Sure.
I thought, and John Cena. That
Michael Cera.
He's Alan.
As Alan. Yeah.
The director of Saltburn played Midge. I found that out.
Oh, really?
recently.
Okay.
That's cool.
And also, Michael Cera is Alan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that movie deserves everything, all the accolades. I can see why it's such a hit. It's also one of those things where it's just did you expect this to be any good? The answer is usually probably no.
No. Right.
Also, do you expect a Barbie movie to not be for kids? I didn't expect that. 5-year-olds should not see that movie.
Yeah.
But they did.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I know.
So
I watched all the rated R movies when I was under 6, 7, 8 years old. I turned out fucked up, but I'm fine.
What was yours? I'm just editing out
Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. That movie rules. I don't like that it ends on a cliffhanger. That's my biggest gripe.
Yeah, I agree.
These movies should be self-contained. I like the exploration of the characters. I love the animation, especially when they were fighting that 16th century vulture.
super cool.
Oh my god!
With the old art style too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Where it's all drawn in this very specific way. I think that the next one is going to be a mind blower. I think this next one is going to be like off the wall madness. I liked a lot of the characters. I like Spider-Man 2099, Miguel. I love him.
I love him being kind of a villain.
He's a villain, but he's not. Like,
Yeah.
no characters are villains.
Anti-hero, maybe.
Well, the theme of these movies is that Spider-Man can be his own greatest enemy.
Spider-Man India gets my Spider-Man of the Year award.
Oh, he's
though.
great though.
He's
yeah.
so cool.
Shout out to Gwen Stacy. Ghost Spider is what they call her now. Whatever.
I know, right?
But I don't care. But I think the whole thing is interesting. Way to make me be interested in a comic book movie.
Yeah.
Way to make me I'm an animation fan first, but then I'm also someone who really grew up with Marvel Comics and comics in general. And a lot of these movies are becoming so cookie cutter and lame that when something like this comes out, it reminds me why I liked the genre to begin with. That's awesome. Because now everyone's a fan. And I don't get to have like this like special social cred that I had with myself when I was in middle school. And I was reading
Rationalize why we don't have a lot of friends.
And then and I was reading like Wizards or something, and I was reading like the magazine.
Wizards.
And then I was reading before class because he had like a couch in the class, and then one of the teachers comes up and he's like, and it was a picture of the Juggernaut, and he goes, "Hey, that's how I looked in high school when I did wrestling." And I just remember going, "Fuck, I want to die." I just remember going, "Fuck, you don't even know what the Juggernaut is."
On the Juggernaut, bitch. I see, and that's what I know about the Juggernaut because I jumped on the bandwagon.
See, there you go.
Yeah.
Yep. That is a
X-Men 3, probably the best Marvel piece of property.
Brett Ratner. Yeah.
There were parts that didn't suck, but
That's all. I still got to see that one, to be honest with you.
It's everywhere.
In the year with
good,
the death of the superhero film, if it wasn't for Spider-Verse and Guardians of the Galaxy 3, I mean, everything else did fucking horrible.
Yeah.
The Flash, Aquaman 2, The Marvels, which The Marvels was good, actually.
I didn't even know Aquaman 2 came out until I looked at a list. the other
Despite
day.
Jason Momoa doing a lot of fucking legwork doing the promos.
He fucking tried. He tried. And it didn't work. Unfortunately, you can't build off of
Nothing.
whatever the fuck that is. People lost interest. There's no promotion for it because they know that
So
universe
James,
is
so
dead.
it's not in the universe anymore? Why would we
That
care?
universe is dog shit. They ruined it. And Marvel has burnt me out. So I'm done with universes.
Fuck superhero movies.
Yeah,
Except for Across the Spider-Verse.
Except for Across
Guardians of the Galaxy 3 was very good.
That was good.
But
Guardians
that's because
3
James
was
Gunn is operating outside of the MCU.
Yeah.
Are you
It's like I didn't even count that.
He had to write that script after he was fired. He had a full spec script based earlier in the canon because they have to do all this shit now in
And
canon.
then Gamora is like different.
Yeah.
And he had to write around that, which wasn't good.
He didn't want to.
Yeah.
Are
Fuck
you, guys
whole
in-
heroes.
set up.
are you guys intrigued on the new Echo series, TVMA?
I'm only interested because of Daredevil, my favorite
gonna
Marvel
say-
character of all time.
I like Daredevil.
I think
Daredevil
that-
is the
yeah.
best Marvel character. He also
I'm
has.
only intrigued because Daredevil was with She-Hulk, my favorite MCU character of all time.
You like it when she twerks, though.
When she
Megan
twerks?
Thee Stallion.
Well, yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that series.
She-Hulk was actually not as bad as it got.
No, it doesn't deserve
If
the
she
flack.
twerked, would it cause a mini earthquake?
No.
Yeah.
How much inertia is the Hulk generating?
It would
if
cause
they
a lot of
twerk?
pelvic pain.
Depends on
That's something that could be studied.
Yep.
Depends on how many Oreo cookies she had.
Green means go.
No, I Daredevil is my I've been rewatching the series with my wife because I'm like, this is the best Marvel
Better-
thing ever
yeah, It's
produced.
better than every movie
The
combined.
Daredevil
talking
is
about the
so
Netflix series?
yes.
it's a
Yeah,
masterpiece.
season
Well, now it's
2
on
is
Dis-
just...
It's only because
Disney
Fulton
Plus.
Reed from the Mighty Ducks is one of the main characters,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah,
that's
that's
part
right,
of it.
yeah.
Yeah.
He is
as
foggy.
as Foggy Nelson, yeah, man, Frank
The
Nelson.
most realistic
Fucking
comic book
Foggy.
name ever, Foggy Nelson.
Well, listen, when I was growing up, I didn't like a lot of like the street level characters, but I was more interested in like, yeah, we got to keep going.
2 days till you get to see Daredevil again then, as of recording this.
I will watch Daredevil in this.
All right.
Listener's Choice Movie of the Year was Barbie.
All right. Yeah, listeners, finally you got one.
We have a category for Best New Character. Now, I originally thought of this as Best New Video Game Character. I don't know if it needs to be limited to that.
That's where mine comes from.
Video games.
Video games.
I can't really think of.
Tyler doesn't
I
have
got
one.
nobody.
Okay, this will be a small category
Jordan
then.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
We'll go Jordan Love.
I'm gonna go. Yeah, Jordan Love. That's a good idea.
He's quite the
He's
character.
the new quarterback character for the Green Bay Packers.
I would say the collector from Dredge. That would be as far as a new character from something. Well, actually, change that. As of this morning, I have a new one.
What?
Scratch the dog from Baldur's Gate 3.
Oh,
he's a
yeah.
good boy.
He's a good boy.
He's a good boy.
First time I got to pet that dog. Well, I lost the dice roll the first time, and I reloaded harder than I've ever reloaded anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, kneel down and show that I'm okay.
Oh, you didn't
and
have animal speaking?
I didn't get the dice roll.
I'm a ranger, so that was easy peasy lemon squeezy right there.
Every time I find
was a bard
every
and I
time
had
I
it.
find a hole I can't go in, I'm like, I'm too damn big.
Yep.
Where's your rat when you need him?
Scratch is mine.
Scratch. Mine was Peppino Spaghetti from Pizza Tower.
That's my guy. I've never even seen him.
No, dude, look him up. Look him up right now. Peppino Spaghetti is interesting because he's so full of anxiety. He doesn't want to be going through the Pizza Tower. You're making him go through the Pizza Tower. He's a scared asshole who really just wants to save his pizza business. Mm-hmm. And
Been there.
he's only doing it so he can keep making more money. So he has to rescue all the ingredients in every level. He's got to rescue the mushroom, the little cheese wedge. He's got to
Nothing but respect.
I love the art
pepperoni.
style.
But here's the thing. Like, the further along you get, he gets a little more confident.
Does he have to rescue a pineapple?
Yes, he does.
Controversial.
As he should.
He does.
I agree.
He rescues a lot of things
Where does
because
the pineapple
he's
go?
kind of a hero.
I wouldn't rescue the olives.
Yeah, there's no olives.
Are the onions like a bad guy?
No, onions are
Onions
probably
aren't
good.
bad.
No, but
Bad guy.
Peppino Spaghetti.
bad guy.
Peppino Spaghetti is on par with Wario to me. And that's rare because
Yeah.
Wario is my favorite
That's high
Mario
praise.
level character. Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Wario is my favorite Mario character in general because I'm like inverse of Mario, but they made him so unique and strange. He loves garlic and he likes farting.
Yeah.
And like, I'm like, that's me.
It's my avatar.
That's me, man.
Yeah.
And I know I could grab a drink with Wario. If
We
I
all like
grabbed a drink with
farting.
Mario, Mario would be like, well, I have to stop. I have to work in the morning. And I'd be like, Mario, no. But Wario would be like, yes, I'll drink more.
Luigi would fall to peer pressure, though. Luigi, you just have to edge him a little bit, and he's like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, but I also don't like how nervous he is. I'm like, fuck you, man.
Well, if you had Luigi drunk enough, it'd be fun. Until he cried.
He would cry.
Very easily. That's like that's one
How
beer.
many
in.
ghosts I've seen?
Yeah.
Oh.
Am I a good guy?
Yeah, so it's Peppino Spaghetti.
Tarm?
Okay, favorite character. Also a bit of a cop out, but it's two characters, but played by the same guy. I have Ilmo and Jaakko Kaskela from Alan Wake 2.
Good choice.
Like the twins that
Good choice.
are businessmen up in Bright Falls.
I haven't played
Coffee
it yet.
World.
Coffee World.
Coffee World.
They own the world famous Calavella Knights parade float building empire up there. But yeah, if you guys haven't played Alan Wake 2, I'm sure it might come up in the Game of the Year thing. But I thought he was these two guys are just very quirky, fun characters, and lots of great commercials on the TV.
What are their names?
Ilmo and Jaakko.
Ilmo and
Kaskela.
Okay.
They're Scandinavian.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Yep.
hugely Scandinavian.
Lots of Scandinavia going on up there.
It's a Twin Peaks thing.
Yep. So those are my favorite characters.
Good choice.
Does Alan Wake 2 have a big Twin Peaks flavor?
Yes.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Hugely.
Did you ever play the first one?
No, I
first
watched
one
it.
has-
There's
Oh,
so much.
it's
There's
so
so
much.
much.
I watched the YouTube summary. It was more confusing than when I started.
I had to watch it. Yeah, we won't get into it, but yeah, I'm kind of with you on that.
Alan Wake 2 is a wild game.
Listener's choice, Talking Flower from Mario Wonder.
Nice.
Good choice too.
Hey,
I'm gonna
go up here.
Yeah.
Come on,
That's
jump
a
over
wonder
there.
seat.
Why you run over me, Tom?
Why you went over me? Hey,
I think there's something hidden up there. You're probably
Right.
going to miss it.
I'm gonna duck in real quick and just say Karlak for obvious reasons
Because she's a beautiful
because I
woman.
love her.
You like that burning crotch, huh?
I do. I do. Karlak from Baldur's Gate.
Infernal indeed.
Okay, now we have game of the year, but before then, we have one that was listeners only. Favorite podcast guest of the year. And the winner was Mutsky for parts 1 through 4 of Final Fantasy X.
My mom is going to be devastated.
She got second place from a lot of people, but never first.
No, Mutsky, it was really fun doing the Final Fantasy series with him.
Yeah, Mutsky was great.
That
And
dude knows his shit.
Runner-up was Ruby Heart Gaming from Inscription. She was mentioned a couple times as well.
That was a good
They were
episode.
fantastic.
What do we have here, Tyler? Are you just showing us a beer you're going to shotgun?
No, I'm not shotgunning this. I brought a beer for us to try.
Oh.
It's a oak beer called Buckle Up Dude. It's a hazy double IPA that I enjoy.
What does Buckle Up Dude a reference to? Wayne's World?
No fucking clue. But
It's got to be some sort of Wisconsin thing.
I deliver beer for Ope, and on the side of the can is the Astro van that I drive, which is a fun little Easter egg.
Is there a hairy man in a Packers jersey?
No, but we're talking about putting Frank in the driver's seat, my dog,
That's
for the
illegal.
next can.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Sweet.
That's very cool.
That's awesome.
Frank won Best New Pet. Actually, no. What is your... you got a new dog this year too, Josh?
A year and a half.
Okay, so it doesn't qualify.
Vigo.
Frank wins Best New Pet this year.
Sure.
We only have one category left?
Yeah.
I prepared for a category, I guess, that doesn't exist.
Yeah, I had to narrow it down because I knew it would get long.
Son of a bitch.
What was the category?
most disappointing game? Or was that biggest?
Worst anything, I guess.
Oh, I fucked that up then.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I could do
it could count.
Wait, and there was one other one that you wanted to do. Best game from 2022.
Oh, my
you
cleanup.
The cleanup. The ones you didn't get to play in 2022 that you thought was exemplary.
Yes.
We can do that one quick.
Yeah. All right. That was just actually. I just wanted to talk about a game called Pentiment that I played right after we recorded.
You like being
You
a
recommended
monk?
that to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance yet.
Pentiment. Pentiment's good.
You play through it?
Not all the way.
yeah.
I got bored. Too much
Loved
reading.
It. Loved it. Man.
You like reading.
Yeah, I guarantee you, it is the best game that you'll ever play that was ever set in Bavaria during the Reformation of the Catholic Church.
And I don't doubt you.
I'm going to Google
And it-
Bavarian Reformation of the Catholic Church video
It's a
games.
historical narrative adventure. It's very good. Lots of reading, but it's a passion project from the guys at Obsidian. Josh Sawyer is the lead designer.
It's a Ubisoft connected one.
No.
I remember. No,
No.
it is just
It's
Obsidian.
from Obsidian. Yep.
Okay.
So Josh Sawyer did
I love,
Fallout New Vegas and
as-
Neverwinter Nights. And,
Well, as someone who studied art in college,
Yeah.
like it clearly, I was blown away by that, and the way that it kind of evolves
Yes.
over time, which that's the most interesting part to me. And I also liked the historical aspect of it as well. And I don't have a lot of patience for walking up to people and hearing like 5 paragraphs of dialogue.
yeah,
to
that's
do
all
something.
the game is.
I know.
So if you like Disco Elysium, this is kind of
I like Disco.
that
You
vein.
said the words that would make me want that.
It's worth playing at
Because
least.
that's the only game where there's been, sitting down to read 20 paragraphs in a
Where,
row.
where
it
all the
works.
game is talking to people, but it depends on who you talk to. It's like a murder mystery, but it also has I'm shocked this game got made, and I loved
It's wild.
I loved it all.
From the Google I did, this is the only game set in Bavaria in that time period.
Wow.
There was a game called Tote Schweigen, which was
Oh,
early
really? Yeah.
19th century, which didn't qualify.
Yeah, and yeah, the animation just continued to kind of amaze me. Yeah,
Very good. Yeah.
very good. So, anyways, that was my. Did anybody else have one?
Cleanup game?
Cleanup, yeah.
Mine is still Bayonetta 3. I got a Pro controller and I played with that instead of my awful faulty.
So you didn't play it in the year it came out?
I did. That was
Oh.
my game of the year last year.
Well, then you can't do it as a cleanup game if you.
I started it last.
It's got to be a game that you played in 2023 that came out in 2022.
I wouldn't know that. So
Otherwise, I'd do
perhaps.
Elden Ring again.
I got a Callisto
pass.
Protocol, the horror game with what's his nuts as the main character.
Josh Duhamel.
Yes. Short, 8-hour game. Very pretty, very linear. The combat is fucked up, but once you get the hang of it, you feel like a god. The New Game Plus was fun because it's such a short play, and you're not able to level everything up in one go. You really got to pick how you're going to fight. Great game. I enjoyed it.
I heard good things. Yeah.
Really sad that it's probably not going to get a sequel.
I would say Stray.
Stray's fun.
I actually got
Stray's good.
PlayStation Premium Spartacus or whatever, and I was able to play Stray for the first time. And It wasn't by any means my favorite game from 2022, but it was great and it was fun. And much like honking as a goose, meowing as a cat is fun every time.
How did Pickles and Martin react?
They loved it. They actually did watch the game, especially the opening when all the cats are running around together.
Oh, yeah.
Howard watched it.
They're like, whoa.
Yeah.
4K, baby.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Cats love the 4K.
I started, I began that game when my girlfriend was over, and she's a big cat lover. And, the intro where the cats get separated, when she saw like the main cat fall down and start limping. She's like, turn this off. Turn this off now.
But wait, he gets a backpack.
I've never seen Benji.
Yeah, but I'm like, just wait, don't worry.
He's gonna get a backpack.
He's gonna pull through. But no, get this shit off.
There's not a lot of 2022 games I've played, but I just recently played Metal Hellsinger. Pretty
That
cool.
one's good.
Pretty cool, fun game.
The music is actually solid.
Well, yeah, they
is.
have a lot of actual
Surge.
guests, like Surge Tankian or whatever his name is. A lot of other bands too. Dark Tranquility, I think. Someone from that band, who's like a black metal band.
Someone's got to take these to a board and figure out these dumb names.
But yeah, they have a lot of actual musicians, like known musicians, working on the project with them. It's unique. It's not my favorite. Like I like the idea of the going to the what do you call it?
A rhythm.
It's
a rhythm shooter.
Rhythm is the word.
Yeah.
And there are times where I definitely felt like I was 100% spot on and it was not hitting. And then it got frustrating.
Yep.
And
I
I'm
agree.
like, then I die and be like, well, fuck this game.
Yep.
Well, you
But-
felt like you were hitting the trigger on the mark of like a drum beat or something, and you thought you actually thought
it shows the motion of like when you're supposed to hit. And I'm like, I'm fucking spot on.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
have to
I'm-
do the calibration. 'cause
Yeah, I had to do
there's
that a couple
delay.
times.
I did it like 5 times,
Really?
I think, until I
I
actually got
felt
it
that
right.
early in the game I didn't need it. I didn't even finish the first level, which kind of was a bummer.
Well, because
thought-
I was tapping my toes.
Yep.
Because when I play any instrument, I tap my toes, and I was just like, well, I've got this on.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's going, and it's bop 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 bop
Yeah.
bop.
Yeah.
I know.
And
I had to
sometimes
do it
just
multiple
doesn't
times.
work.
And you have to
Yeah.
recalibrate if you change controllers, I find, too.
Yep,
With
exactly.
with Theater Rhythm, if I play with the Pro controller, the buttons there's a different timing to it. Yeah.
You're playing. You're
It's
not playing on
cool,
a Pro
though.
controller though. You're playing on a Norelco or whatever it's called.
A razor.
Well, I have a bunch of Switch controllers.
Okay.
And generally it's whatever's charged at the time that
I prefer the Pro controller, the Nintendo branded one. That one for Theater Rhythm is spot on for me.
And yeah, you can't really do a lot better than the Joy-Cons either for a lot of games. The Joy-Cons are usually pretty good.
Unfortunately,
Ooh, tiny buttons.
Yeah, I've never used my Joy-Cons. By the way, Tyler, good beer.
Thank you.
Really try.
this is
Yeah.
great. Yeah, thank you.
One of my personal favorites. Makes good stuff.
But we are here at the final category.
Is this it?
Somebody get the triangle. Ding, 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 ding.
Soup of the Year?
Yes, a nice bisque.
SpaghettiOs.
A nice bits.
Give me a nice
SpaghettiOs.
I'm going with the gnocchi soup. I'm going to go
Right,
with chicken gnocchi.
fucking progressive.
Is cereal a soup? Can I pick Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
It depends on how long you wait. If it is all dissolved,
Yeah.
then yes.
All right, Cinnamon Toast Crunch wins.
Fair enough.
And that's it,
That's a
everybody.
good point.
Yeah.
Game of the Year.
Oh,
And this table is open for anyone to start talking about anything.
we have to rank them before we can leave.
Well,
Oh,
I do
man.
have.
Fuck this.
I am kind of fucking with the rules with my pick. A little bit.
Why are you doing that?
It's not 2023.
Right.
It
It's still
is.
protocol.
It is Cyberpunk 2077 with Phantom Liberty, the DLC, because now
Doesn't count.
The game is
Doesn't
complete.
count.
Shenanigans!
Yes. Fuck you, Tyler.
Tyler,
That was the
when
best
did-
game I
God
played.
damn it.
When did the DLC come out?
2023.
There you go. That's fine.
But that
2077.
makes the game
Wait,
complete.
We're gonna you can say that you don't like the DLC, but we're going to the judge. Dylan, is he allowed to have a DLC be his game of the year?
The answer is no. The game did not. The base game did not come out.
What if it makes the game complete? This is the way it was supposed to be released.
so
and
now
I
games
waited,
can be complete.
And I waited to
Wow.
play it
Now you
until this
complete-
year.
Nope.
It's a more
I would
modern approach to
argue that
gaming.
DLC is about enrichment. DLC is not about making the game solid. DLC is to build upon the experience you already have.
I knew I was
this is a strange discussion point.
Some DLC.
I knew I was
going
gonna
to
get pushback
ton
on
of
this.
content.
Well, and also there's what we talk about patches, because like I think Shadow of War was pretty much unplayable when it came out, but when I played it, it was amazing.
Once this
It
DLC
doesn't
came
matter.
out and the first patch, they added so much shit to the game. It makes it a complete experience.
Should we now listen to our hero Shigeru Miyamoto, who said that
true.
release
Your
a game
hero.
finished, a game delayed.
Who's Shigeru Miyamoto?
I don't know.
Is he like that Reggie guy?
He said,
much.
Okay,
yeah.
Reggie made the big
You
game.
miss 100% of the games you don't shoot.
Exactly.
Shoot.
Yeah,
Yes,
Wayne,
that's
Wayne,
right.
Wayne Gretzky or whatever.
You know, I don't think
John
I think that's like a misquote. I don't think he ever said that about.
No, he did. He literally said a
you saw it
game-
on Google. I don't know if he ever said it.
Look it up.
No, I don't want to.
Okay, then don't. We're just gonna do it anyway.
Let's
I would
go with
I would say
The
that
game
if
starts
this,
soon, right,
I
guys?
think it could win best DLC.
We're gonna put this in a subcategory. Tyler's favorite DLC. Not game of the year though.
I considered it an entire game. It was out of
also,
all
that
the games.
that game is still buggy as crap, and I don't know what
loved
to
it.
do. with it.
That'd be
I don't
like
know
me
about that.
choosing
Loved it.
Destiny. The
I had
Taken
so many
It
bugs.
was only,
I played
it was only a
I played it
$5
2
game
months
for
ago.
me. So
I started off the
Yeah,
year and
$5
played
for
through
it.
Cyberpunk for the first time,
I
and I really fucking like.
It was by
enjoyed it.
far the most fun I had gaming all
Didn't
year.
play the DLC. But,
I was so
yeah.
deeply annoyed with
Does
what
any-
I was playing.
Does anybody else have a DLC that they would want to say is their game of the year?
Shredder's Revenge, 2 playable extra characters,
'Cause Baldur's
and the
Gate is-
comic book Mirage thing. I
Okay,
don't know.
and then
Baldur's Gate is
Those
fantastic,
are-
but I have
Never
not
heard
beaten
of
it yet.
Baldur's Gate.
It doesn't matter. You,
But I
you
do
would
know. But I don't want to. I mean, it's up there. It probably could be my game of the year. But I'm willing to die on
Yeah.
the hill. I think Cyberpunk.
Go for it, Tyler.
I'm dying on the
I
hill.
support you, buddy.
Oh my gosh! I'm
taking a stand,
going
guys.
there.
I am a firm against.
Judge
and
Dillon said it's not allowed. We can't allow it.
Who made you
this
Dylan
is-
the judge?
He's the judge, jury, and executioner, man.
Okay.
He's the game master. He's the
Well, yeah,
cheesemonger.
I knew all those
I'm the
things.
cheesemonger. I'm the pizza maker.
If I'm not allowed to
the
pick
ding
it,
binger.
Dylan Pepino, they call him.
They call me Dylan Pepino.
DP.
if I'm not allowed to pick it,
Call
then
it DP.
obviously I'm going
My
Baldur's
middle
Gate
name is
3.
Patrick. You can call me D Peeps.
And
if you
for,
want.
I'm sure
DP
somebody
for
else here is
short.
going to pick that game. They can talk about it. But Cyberpunk was fantastic.
That is worth talking about. Favorite DLC will be a new category.
I just I can't cotton to the idea that this game was released unfinished 4 years ago.
They don't get a pass.
No Man's
They don't
Sky
get a pass.
took 14
No, but-
years.
So they don't get a
Yeah.
pass now.
But the
That
ga-
would win best ongoing game.
Ongoing game.
new category.
maybe.
It's won
Jeff
best
Keighley.
game at the Game Awards.
I mean, it did
released
come
the
out
last,
like what
4
3 years
so,
ago.
yeah.
4.
Yeah, like 2019, I think it was originally.
Yeah,
I'm
7
sorry.
years
I'm sorry.
ago.
I thought the category was games released.
I picked Madden.
All right. Okay, no. Tom,
What?
the floor is yours.
Oh, what? Really?
Did somebody fart?
Okay.
Don't say it. Don't fucking say it. This
My
is
favorite game of the
want
year
it.
is
I want it.
Sorry.
It better not be.
Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom.
Yay!
sound like my girlfriend.
Dylan's just cheering because he didn't choose Starfield.
My runner-up is Starfield.
Oh,
It was close.
Oh,
It's okay.
good.
For other
Also,
people to
no,
I'm
like.
glad
too.
it's not.
But yeah, for me, I'll make this short. Yeah, Tears of the Kingdom was just I don't know. It made me like fall in love with games for at least a little while when it came out, and I would say like the biggest the biggest fanfare thing that I could like say about it is like when I would go to sleep at night, and I'd wake up, like. Yeah, I have to work in the morning, usually. And I would wake up, use the bathroom, like say at like 6 a.m. I get up at like 8. My brain would constantly say like, you could go back to sleep. Or you could get 2 hours in of
2 hours.
Tears of the Kingdom. Yeah, the
Did you do that?
it felt like Breath of the Wild with
Breath of the Wild 2.
Steroids.
Yeah, on steroids, but with like developer tools enabled kind of vibe. You know what I mean? But just the way they were able to the crafting system was, it was mind boggling and so much fun. Like it just made you able to approach like any situation with any possible thing you could try to tackle it with any possible way of completing the task at hand. So
There's probably a German.
I've been drinking.
There's probably a German word for this feeling I get.
Farvenuggen.
It's probably Farvenuggen.
Schnitzel.
It's where
Farvenuggen schnitzel.
where I feel so overwhelmed at possibilities that it turns me off. I'll see YouTube videos of the vehicles people create, and they're the most crazy, over the top things, and I'm like, I'm good and creative at a lot of things. I get so intimidated by the possibilities of something. Überzeugenschlagen. That I didn't finish Tears of the Kingdom. I played a lot of it. I probably put 30 hours in, but eventually I just I lost it.
So you get a mech at a certain point. Essentially, you get a mech you can ride. That's a spoiler technically, but I think that's fair at this point within the.
That's not too bad.
No, it's not too bad.
Play it.
But I made it so that my mech could ride on a tank that I built. And I am not a crafting guy. I don't like crafting, famously.
We just talked about that.
Yeah, exactly.
You got time for that.
It made it so much fun to just fucking glue something onto another thing, and then you could roll along the battlefield. And I just became a missile turret piece of crap. And I would eliminate anyone or anything. And then I would jump off, and then my mech would just hang on to the thing. It wouldn't move while it was on this giant board.
Yeah.
And it was just a giant skateboard of hell that could annihilate everything. There's a mission in the game where you have to completely you have to take down the bar of a health of a village.
Yes. Yep.
Okay. I just unleashed them on it, and I would pick people off at the side.
Yeah.
And it was immediately the most satisfying gaming experience I probably have had in 20 years.
I just built a flying machine and basically did
Stealth
World
bomb.
War II fucking sorties just around, just took people out. But I also, the story, I guess, relatively speaking to Breath of the Wild.
The story is way better.
The story is way better. You actually have voice characters. At least more so. And the game is huge. I put hundreds of hours in this game, and there are wide swaths of the map, quadrants, that I haven't even been to, not to mention the underground that they introduced. So for me, it was a very special game. So that is my game.
Do you remember when I first joined the podcast, I said
Assassin's Creed lore.
I forgot all about that.
Yes.
But I also said when we were
episode.
talking about games of the year and stuff like that, when we were talking
You brought
about
a list of 200 games that day.
I know. I had a lot more time on my hands. But also, what I said was I liked Breath of the Wild. I didn't think this was a Zelda game. Mm-hmm. And I said the sequel will do everything necessary to correct what I thought was bad about that first one. They completely fucking did it. It's a 10 out of 10 in my books. Mm-hmm. And I still think it categorizes within that space. I think that it deserves it.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
My girlfriend Laura said that the final boss battle in the first or Breath of the Wild was not as fulfilling as the
final boss. Yeah, the final
Tears
sequence
of the Kingdom
in
is insane.
She said she really appreciated there was actually more of a
there's actually
challenge.
Something to do. Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, and it coincides with the story is playing out as you're going through that last sequence. Yep.
It fucking ruled.
Josh,
Great.
do you have a game of the year?
I only played a couple 23 games. Just quick shout out if you played the Nintendo 64 wrestling games, AEW. I picked it up when it was $20. Pretty fun. If you played those games, you'll love it.
The new one?
The new AEW video game.
Okay.
It's the only one made. But they made it from THQ and Ukes. I just want to say, this is my runner-up. AEW game is pretty cool. But I kind of got to go with Mario Wonder. It's just basic platforming. And it's what made me love video games. Mario video games. Mario 1, 2, 3.
Do you like Elephant Mario?
At first, I was like, wow, it looks fucking stupid. And then as I started bashing people with my trunky dunk, my donkey trunk.
Trunk.
Yeah, I mean, he moves very well, smooth. He looks like a goofball.
It's
fun.
There's something funny about the little double jump twist the elephant does. I like it that they can use water, kind of like the Donkey Kong Country 3 elephant.
Okay.
That was the DKC I didn't play too much of because I didn't think it was as good.
I feel like it was a little half-baked, the elephant. It was good. I wish there was more with the water techniques. And the bubble thing was fine.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of it was
fun.
The
game's
really
just
good.
fun.
Yeah.
Nothing has been challenging at all for me really yet, but I'm like halfway through.
And this provides an opportunity for me to say I lied on the last episode when I said I beat Mario Wonder and did the final level and I beat it first try. Phil on the Discord said, I don't know if you did because that level was much more difficult, but it turns out
have to lose to beat it.
Well, I thought that I did.
I made that up.
But you have to get every single other Wonder Seed, Flower Coin, and Perfect Flag in the game to unlock the final level.
Oh.
And I'm like, I'm fine doing the Wonder Seeds, but going back and collecting all of the 10 Flower Coin, Purple Coin things.
Easy money.
I heard the post, you can beat the game, or is there post game content, post game levels that are just fucking insane?
Oh yeah.
There's only I would say no.
Laura said they're not playable almost, just because they're so hard.
Yeah.
None of them have been hard.
I haven't played any of them.
Oh really? I've heard a lot of people say holy shit.
Some of the Goomba
You're very good at games though, Brad.
The Goomba one's stupid.
I'm a platform guy. I'm kind of looking forward to it because I feel like nothing's been a challenge, but it's been fun.
I do want to play that final level, but I also am not gonna do another 3 hours of collecting flower coins. That sounds like hell to me.
Nope.
Especially when
Not gonna do it.
When my game of the year is sitting there in my actually it's not in anything. It's digital because it's not available physically yet. Baldur's Gate 3 is my game of the year.
I never heard of it. Nobody's talking.
If somebody
about
told
it.
me it would be a Dungeons and Dragons CRPG, I would have said you're wrong because that is just not my wheelhouse. Baldur's Gate 3 is such a breath of fresh air. It is.
Who's Baldur?
I don't know yet.
From 1999.
Baldur's Gate is the name of the city within a fictional Dungeons and Dragons universe.
I heard Chris Pine
It
say
is a
Baldur's
Dungeons
Gate
and
in that
Dragons
movie.
game. Really?
I did say, it's a
Oh, nice.
Dungeons and Dragons game.
wow.
Yeah, they had the little mind.
I heard the movie was decent.
Parasites or whatever.
Yeah.
It's a good movie. This game, it's like it reminded me of Mass Effect a little bit when you go to your campsite and you actually have all these characters you're invested in.
Yeah.
It's like if Mass Effect's characters were in a good gameplay scenario.
Yeah.
I genuinely care about my companions. I'm not trying to bang all of them. I did that on an earlier playthrough.
I'm trying to.
I know when you're lying, Tyler.
Right.
No, I have a character.
God,
My bard.
trying to bang it.
I've seen Lae'zel's nipples.
The bard
They
is
show the
a
nipples.
horny man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
fucked Lae'zel.
Oh, they show everything.
Karlak even told me I could have sex with other people until she's
She's cooled
fixed.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't beaten the game yet, but from the other things I did play, I played Jedi Survivor this year. Man, that wins.
You had a really buggy experience.
that wins glitchiest game of the year for me.
I didn't have
I
that.
didn't
I
have
played.
that at all.
I
got it day one, and I didn't
The majority
have
of the
any
year, that was my game of the year.
My
That
game
should've
broke 7 times, and I think it had the worst story ending. I feel like it shit the bed a little bit.
The ending
which
is
one?
kind of a shitting of the
Jedi Survivor.
Survivor.
I won't spoil
The
anything.
ending.
Yeah, I wanna
There
play
are battles 3/4 of the way through that should have been the ending. Unfortunately, I loved it though. I can't speak highly enough about Jedi Survivor.
Yeah.
I loved Resident Evil 4 remake. I love
great.
I love Mario Wonder. I think if I played Alan Wake 2, I think there is. I played the first hour, and I think
That game
Alan
is the most surprising game for me this year.
I think that might be my game of the year, but
that's my
until
next game.
I play to it, it's Baldur's Gate 3. So impressed, so blown away. There is so many options. The world
The
is so
fact that
open.
if
You
you-
can do anything.
If you can think it, you can probably achieve it one way or another in this game, which I feel like is
Yeah.
total freedom, and that's the escapism I want in especially a fantasy game.
It's been a while since I played a CRPG, and I just had just on a character creation screen. I started it not too long ago. It sounds like we're pretty much in the same. I'm about 50 hours in, 45 or something.
I don't know, something like that.
It's hard to measure time in Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, but it was. Yeah, I want to say it was such a nostalgia hit for me because I grew up on these games. There was a period of my life outside of Final Fantasy, back in the early 2000s, where these were the games that I played. And
Fallout and
and Baldur's Gate, Baldur's Gate 2, Neverwinter,
Yeah.
Icewind Dale,
Yep.
fucking Planescape Torment. So it felt really it felt good to get back into it. I'm loving my time. I think the writing's fantastic, and just the sheer amount of fucking dialogue and writing is like, wow, they had to have like, they just recorded this line for my specific race in this specific situation. It's amazing.
But what about the tieflings?
Yeah. I would say like, So I still have to play through it more. So I mean, it definitely ranks up there.
What are you? What class are you playing as?
I am a drow, rogue.
Drow rogue. Brad,
Tiefling wizard.
Dylan,
Sage.
I am a gnome bard
half
Named Pigeon.
named Pigeon.
I am a half elf ranger.
Who's not trying to bang everyone this time.
No, that was my bard, and he succeeded for the large portion.
You're a saucy little gnome, aren't you?
He was a rock star.
Yeah.
My gnome bard is the best. I think that's the best combination for passing certain checks. I can pass every check. It doesn't fucking matter.
That
The bard is super OP at a certain
I got to
point.
also give a shout out, since we're talking about Baldur's Gate. The just the dice roll screen that they implemented,
It's like
that's
crack.
fucking awesome.
Do you
It's
guys
like
have this?
crack.
It is crack. It is Vampire Survivors level of
It's
crack.
so dumb.
Yeah.
It's so dumb. But you're rolling and you're just like, come on.
But
I
it
gotta
means
hit
so
15.
much.
Yeah.
Because playing the original Baldur's Gate, they never had that. You would just see like just a line of like all your checks
I
going
still have
on
them on the Switch.
on the bottom of the
Yep,
screen.
exactly.
And you're like, what does this
It
mean?
feels
What does
better
this
to see it.
mean? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it feels like you're actually more into the whole Dungeons & Dragons aspect of it.
Well,
And this is the most I've ever reloaded since Disco Elysium.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
I've done it a couple times.
I'll tell you this much. This is my game of the year as well.
Oh, here,
And it has to be. I think that this game is a modern marvel. I think that in the terms of CRPGs, like before this came out on the Xbox, I said, all right, Jordan, we're going to play Divinity 2.
Yeah.
And Divinity 2 is a fantastic game. It's actually a lot harder than Baldur's Gate.
Okay.
So it's a lot. There's action points, and they're represented on like little like dots on the screen, and there's a lot more to handle in Divinity 2. And they made that as an original concept, but it might as well have just been D&D to begin with.
Yeah.
That's the main issue.
Well, I heard they pretty much made the Divinity series, or at least Divinity 2, to prove to, Wizards of the Coast,
yeah.
that they could do a Baldur's Gate game, because they were Wizards of the Coast was skeptical, you know.
Well, they let a lot of people have that brand for a long time, and they made some really shitty games.
But, I mean, does this game count? Because it technically came out in 2020.
No, it was released in 2023.
it also early access doesn't count.
just
Early
kidding.
access does not count.
I'm going to Judge Dylan on this one. That is true. Early access does not count. Hades
most
before
people-
it was Hades is not Hades. Our buddy Miles played a shitload of Hades before it was actually done. Not a finished game. Once it is a product being delivered and purchased.
I'm just saying. I was joking. But
I'm with
yeah.
you. No.
I
There's a
don't-
reason we
No,
have
you're right.
Dylan judging.
Nick,
I love that wig you wear too with the curly white.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Previous guest Nick, he even said he was playing it like last year, like early last year.
Yeah.
And I think the issue with that is that he only got chapter 1, or he got like act 1, and he was just like, well, there are problems, but this is my favorite thing in the world. I don't want to see something incomplete.
Yeah.
I think early access is important because when they put it out, they actually get consumer feedback. And I believe that that's the most important thing in the world at this point, because if you want people to keep playing your game, listen to the people. Listen to the people ask them what they need, and then they will give that to you. Because sometimes you've got a vision and sometimes it doesn't execute properly.
Yep. No, I was just being facetious because, I don't care. I believe it came out in 23. So, yeah.
Oh, it definitely.
DLC is fucking bullshit though, Tyler.
I was just
Hey,
trying
that
to
is pretty fucking
I was trying to
bullshit.
stick up for a boy over here.
I threw a curveball to see what would happen, but I did say Baldur's Gate 3 would be
And you're like
my choice.
You shot the perfect jump shot,
And then he came out of
Dylan
nowhere,
smacked it out of
swatted
the
it,
air.
like
So
Giannis.
said,
Fucking
nope.
Matumbo.
I would
Dylan the
agree.
Florida
I've
man.
only heard good things about Phantom Liberty. My problem is just the base game came out 4 years ago, and I can't cotton
Best
to that.
ongoing game.
There we go.
Goes to
For
Cyberpunk.
100%. That game is definitely.
It is worth your time.
Yeah.
I find it frustrating and annoying, and I hate like the flashback.
It likes you
when you go in and you have to like solve clues and stuff. Fuck that. I'm done.
The only thing I don't like in Baldur's Gate 3,
I don't know.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Like when you like the weird.
Oh,
visor
the
you have to wear.
BDs, the live BDs.
Oh, okay.
Hate them.
Yeah.
Hate them. Get them rid. Get rid of the game entirely.
Dumb
Just
game.
because of
Get
that.
rid of the game. It's stupid.
It's dumb. It's stupid. I don't care.
I'm just going to say something for the Discord real quick before we wrap this up. I thought there was a category for most disappointing game. I don't know if that existed or if I read that somewhere.
It was on the original list. Yes. Okay. Yeah.
The Spider-Man 2. Most disappointing game.
Whoa.
I knew it was going to be incendiary. We don't have to talk about it because the Packer game's starting, but I will post a lengthy my thoughts.
a diatribe.
Yes, in the Discord for those of you that are in there, you can read why I have issues with this
It's
game.
kind of weird. That game didn't come up at all until right now.
There's a good reason it didn't,
you get
because
to
it's
play this game on
disappointing as
TV?
fuck.
I buy it when it's on sale.
I'm sorry.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
playing the
Yeah.
first one on my Steam Deck.
Pack.
First one's great.
First
I
one's
fucking love it.
not that good.
Well,
think
then
it's
you'll hate the
awesome.
second one.
Okay, great.
And this has been another amazing Dogcast Awards 2023, everybody. Tears were shed, laughter was had.
Of the kingdom.
Tears of the Kingdom were had.
Fuck the kingdom.
Fuck your
Yeah,
DLCs.
fuck the bear.
I love it.
Fuck the druid bear. It's great.
I think if I would have played Spider-Man 2, that would have been my game of the year.
You
but
made
I haven't
Kissy Ann
played it.
Halson?
No.
Holson flattered me, but I was like, nah, dude, I am good.
Every time
I
I
had to
go
turn
in,
Lizelle down. That was tough.
I fucked Lizelle.
I know you would.
It's one of the...
Me too.
Tyrion and Lizelle
She's
are
a good
easy.
Yankee. I wanted to see what her nipples looked like.
You will sate me, and I will be sated.
And
I love
Don't
that
wipe the
movie.
sweat and blood off.
That's right. Yeah, keep it. That's intoxicating.
I do. I love it.
And yes, we are Hair of the Dogcast. We are part of the Togepi Podcast Network. Check out all of the other amazing shows. Big thanks to all of our executive producers, Ryan Christianek, Kipper, Brian Ward, Jordan Hoff, Phil Wright, Philium Birkin, Cole Delgardno, Bryant Ross, and Kelly Gutowski. We appreciate your support. And you all won Best Executive Producers of the Year in a 9-way tie, surprisingly.
Wow.
Pandering.
Yeah. Step it up, people.
I double counted the votes. It was a tie.
Tyler wanted to put a DLC on there, and we said, no way.
Tyler, that was fucked up.
Hey, you gotta keep it interesting.
We got to go watch the
Yes.
Packers. Thank you so much for tuning into the Dogcast Awards.
I won't be watching.
Fuck the Bears.